SoundCloud.com/Chaotic Flame. It's your boy Chaotic Flame, and I got my co-host with me,
Captain Mike Morgan.
Mike Morgan in the building. Let's go.
I'm a shooter, Curry in his prime. If you push me to the line, I'ma do it every time. I'm a shooter, 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 baby. Going up like 23, couple seconds on the clock, then you know it is gonna be. I'm a shooter, 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 baby. Steve Kerr with the words, watch me shoot my shot with a group of dots. I'm not getting curved, it's a slam dunk with every rhyme. Watch them hang on every line. Y'all still fucking the same bitches, but dog, they ain't never mind. Oops, never mind, I peeped it. How the hell is y'all beefing over a woman that's not even decent? Guess that'll be y'all little secret. Told you she a homebody, but she hanging with the homies every weekend. She a gizzy gobbling, social swallowing, demon, posing as vegan, and you believed it. But trust dog, we all been there for some reason. Take time out for recovery, then rebound next season. Me, I'm up on the scene, started a dime of 5 friends playing defense. Hit the first with the sham guard, then my wingman ran the screen on 3 of them now. 1-on-1 with her bestie, I'm buying drinks, she ain't impressed. Everything that I thought contested, with the pressure gon' bring out the bestie. She getting messy, can't handle her liquor, we leave it into the telly. I'm up in her belly, I loaded the condom, I throwing it to the trash, screaming Kobe. I'm a shooter, Curry in his prime. If you push me to the line, I'ma do it every time. I'm a shooter, 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 baby. Going up like 23, couple seconds on the clock, then you know it is gonna be. I'm a shooter, 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 baby. Tall women, small women, thin women, thick women, all calling me fresh and fit, but ain't nothing like them bitch niggas. Hear the difference, I bet on black. You mad cause you can't get with them. My peachy game, you super lame. Ain't way worse than Ben Simmons all over the place. That's why you gotta pay girls to come over your place. All I say is 2 words to them, they tryna say it all over my face. Expensive taste, she got it, I give it to her without touching my wallet. Of course the concept is foreign cause y'all don't have intercourse without making deposits. You know I'm high value, who is you, where's the proof? These dudes be moving like peasants. Sick of that alpha talk from beta boys, better get to step it. Sense the wimps, running your lips, they're running from priests, that's why you getting respect.
We're gonna start soon, we're gonna start soon.
Y'all division of back, this game not for children, I'm grown. Immature women, leave me alone. 2 defensive, better stay in your lane. Got 2, 3 trying to get in the zone. And I never been one to condone faking lifestyles that I ain't living. A lot of y'all be playing yourself. I sit back and just play my position. I'm a shooter, Curry in his prime. If you push me to the line, I'ma do it every time. I'm a shooter, 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 baby. Going up like 23, couple seconds on the clock, then you know it is gonna be. I'm a shooter, 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 baby.
Yeah, that was Mike Morgan, Shooter. That was Mike Morgan, Shooter. We got a special show for y'all today. I'm actually really excited to get this one going. Let me just pull that down for a second. Right, let me just pull that down just for a quick second. All right, that was Mike Morgan, Shooter. That's what we usually start the show off with. So today, we got a real special guest, repping Plainfield to the fullest, you heard? Owner of P.A.U. Studios, film director, artist, designer, studio owner, entrepreneur. You heard? We got my guy, John Juan 908 in the building. What's good, family?
Yo, Chaotic Mike, what's happening, fellas? How you guys feeling?
Good. So we gonna get right to it, right? We're gonna
I appreciate you guys for having me.
Not a problem at all. Yo, I really been wanting to get you on because I know what you have going on in the city. Would you like to introduce us to what P.A.U. is? Or do you want to get straight into what P.A.U. does and show the people a visual? Your call.
Yeah, I mean, P.A.U. Studios is just it's a platform. It's a platform for artists to be creative. Yeah, I own the platform, but the platform is like way bigger than me, because like we've connected like with a lot of artists in the tri-state area. We got artists, not even just the tri-state, across the nation at this point. We've had artists come through and do interviews, music videos, and help with marketing, different things like that. Um, Aside from like the music scene, PAU Studios has a whole like is a business. I do
Mhm.
commercial work. I do like commercials and photography for restaurants and corporations. In fact, like we do a lot of different business across the board. So PAU Studios is just a platform to help push artists and whatever your small business is, because the artist really is a small business. If you're an artist and you don't treat yourself as a small business, you're not doing yourself any favors. So yeah, that's what we do. Right now, I got today we're here really to talk about the music and entertainment side. But if you tap in at paustudios.com, you'll see that it's a whole different side to it that's based around more than just music. It's just creativity as a whole.
There it is. That's creativity as a whole. And I just want to ask you one question before we get into any content.
Word.
What inspires somebody to go and create a PAU Studios? Where do you pull your inspiration from?
Um, a lot of places. Um, I've had the opportunity to be tapped in with entrepreneurship as a young age. My pops is a business owner. He works still, but he had a business. And my first job at 12 was working with him. So I'm trying to figure out different ways to like do work. So why not you know, really invest in a gift that I have, which are the visuals and and like the creativity side, like really tapping into that. Um, so that's really where it comes from. It just comes from a drive
Understood.
to do something different, and really, betting on myself. Like I would inspire, I would advise anyone else to do with their own like gift.
Yeah. What would I know you do a lot of things. I know you wear a lot of hats. As I mentioned, as I was introducing you,
Mm.
what is your main thing besides owning and running this entity? What is your main thing? Is your main thing artistry? Is it
Mm.
management or is it film directing? What is your main thing? Is it the cameraman, the physical cameraman? Is it the editing? Because I know that there's a lot that goes down that a lot of people don't know about. But what is your thing?
Well, it all started with the music. If I wasn't making music, if I didn't start making music, I probably would have never started doing any of this. So the artistry is it's all one and the same for me. Just being an artist, whether I'm directing a music video, editing a music video, recording, writing a song, doing a maternity shoot, it's all the same thing to me. It's just
Mm.
creating something that people would like visually or auditorially, if that's a word, or however whatever, however, just something that people can appreciate. Being able to create. And there's a lot of ways to do that. I see you got one of them joints queued up right there.
Hey.
This is fire. Quick tidbit about this track before we hop into it. Also, Chop, dope artist out of Lakewood, and RCY and Stacks, two dope artists out of Lakewood. They're really making waves and doing things on their circuit and really putting out a lot of dope content, dope creative content. And then you got Strap 1700, Plainfield's finest battle rapper
Shit,
for
shit,
sure.
shit, shit.
And
Yeah.
he's a really damn good artist. Shout out to Strap 1700. We got a few joints in the bag. Speaking of bags, bag it up was one of them. So shout out to these guys. I low key had like my A&R game going on there because Also Chop's manager at the time when they created this song, it was just also Chop and RCY and Stacks. And he asked me what I thought about, I think they had other artists lined up to be on the third verse that, I'm not sure what happened, but I don't think they were able to secure those verses. So I'm like, yo, they already know Strap, his manager and Strap are already tapped in, but I threw the hint at him. I'm like, yo, you should get Strap to do this. I could hear him on this track. I think he would kill it, and then they locked in, and the rest was history. Like, for real.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Strap 1700, Plainfield's illest battle rapper, like he said. I don't know nobody else from the field that's willing to step in the ring with him. If you are, let's go. Let's do it. Well, without further ado, this is Recipe, shot by P.A.U. Studios. All right, let's get into it.
Begging me upon your knees, I got the recipe.
Can you hear that?
My story in it, give me some time.
I hear it.
Look. This is the fucking energy y'all gonna give me? Is this the fucking energy y'all gonna give me? Y'all like standing in them low ass hotels? You like taking your fucking chain off when we go through TSA? If y'all give me the fucking energy right now, we're gonna be in these low ass hotels. I want the fucking helicopter to land right there. I want to get on the jet from there. We're going to Dubai. Turn this shit up, man. What the fuck is you doing?
Let's go.
Shout out Mr. 145 out of EO.
Also Chop, P.A.U. management, let's go.
You begging me up on your knees, I got the recipe. Write my story in and give me some time to breathe. Intellectual, I need my funds, I'll creep. Started acting funny, eyes in the back of my head, I see.
Man, I'm way too fun. Back when I said I'ma shoot it. Only 18, yeah, I got good movement. Slutty young boy run up, I'ma do 'em. All my niggas, we came up ruthless. There was no time for the waste, no snoozing. They all see me winning, they thought I was losing. Up in that score, I was a hard-headed student. Off with his head, just the way that he talk. Be single rubber, I ain't fucking no raw. You don't understand how I made it so far. Up with the Glock, man, that's how I was taught. Raised in the box and I fell left out. Only good thing I ain't never had doubt. Getting this money, I'm on to the road. Beat at that pussy, another mouth. They gon' ride the wave. They see that I'm a flex. Can't waste no time, cause they know that I'm a great success. Don't hit my line if you ain't talking about a check. I'm next in line and your bitch won't fuck, I hate reject. I don't want no stress, and she wants some sex. Yeah, I've been around the way. I know that love be fake. I don't even want my ex. She tryna hit on me. Tell her better get on back. I don't got no wedding ring. Back on the bed, who fuckin' with he? Young dog came up from the streets. Deep in my soul, the trenches is deep. But I had to go get it and sick. Back on the bed, who fuckin' with he? Young dog came up from the streets. Deep in my soul, the trenches is deep. But I had to go get it and sick.
Eyes in the back of my head. You was backing, but I left. I'm so Swiss, I smacking that lip. Niggas talking, see you pissed. Grinning that draw, Molly hit. Niggas addicts, they be sick. I'm so smart, gotta move my brain and not my heart, cause niggas move lame. You begging me up on your knees, I got the recipe. Please don't step on my shoes, no, you'll lose. I gotta make my moves. No need to fight, I got me right. My cousin pop like gunmine. I get it now, it's my time now. I gotta make sure that I'm alright. I'm tall with some height, I stay clean. They be looking like he needs a jersey Kodak on the beat. Yeah, you know who on the beat. Please don't say that I ain't reach. My highest goals, that's really me. Chris told me that ain't no stopping my brother. Don't call me lead. We don't follow bugged out fiends. We only sit up with my team. Business meetings, stay on the scene. Move their mouth on the track so mean. Niggas acting like they bean. Fuck with my shit, I'm really so clean. Stuck to the left jersey on the beat. Turn up the radio team. Music Richie, niggas don't crack. I drop some shit, I give me a plaque. Rock these shows, I'll be right back. I'm trying to bring right like 20 racks. Jump on the track, I turn that back. These niggas be flipping like who wrote that. Grim the past, I fell right back. Tell my mama, there's no cap. You begging me up on your knees, I got the recipe. Write my story in and give me some time to breathe. Intellectual, I need my funds, I'll creep. Started acting funny, eyes in the back of my head, I see.
Call me out here thirsted, I ain't the nigga to fuck with. Why would you make that assumption? You think I'm lacking this up in this bitch? I'm marching with a band and a drum on the stick. Go to Atlanta for pumps and blitz, cash out on your block, get rid of them quick. Here on the wave is making them sick. My bitch is paid, she came with a grip. How was your day? I don't give a shit. You ain't even say hey when my pockets was thin. Now I walk in and go off in this bitch. I got too many hoes, I can offer a bitch. Get off the gram, you niggas ain't lit. I am not your man, don't say I'm your kin. Clean that shit, man, but he won't even spend it. You claiming you rich, but you can't even spin. I'm going dummy with sticks and with chop. I heard he ballin' chicken sticks with the chop. Alcoholic, Henny sipping a lot. If I take one more, I might fuck up your block. I got the recipe, why'd you testing me? Try to kill me, cause he can't get the best of me. I had to wait on the half, cause you hate on me. Remember them days I was broke with no kick on me.
You begging me up on your knees, I got the recipe. Write my story in and give me some time to breathe. Intellectual, I need my funds, I'll creep. Started acting funny, eyes in the back of my head, I see.
Facts
Oh,
though.
I can hear you. Oh, there you go. Oh, no, I can't hear you.
Yo,
Oh, pardon me. Could you guys hear me? Pardon me.
Yeah,
Pardon me.
I hear you
Pardon me.
now.
All
yeah,
right, I got one question, right? All right, so you shot and edited this joint?
yeah.
You, my guy, you did these visuals?
Yeah, man. That's what I do, man. Yeah, we definitely went crazy on that. And them boys, yo, also they shut down Times Square all crazy on that too. When we were on the red steps over there, like
Yeah.
they had a crowd, like everybody like literally stopped what they were doing and watched, and they got a round of applause afterwards. So it's just there's a lot about this video. That's why I wanted to share this one because this was a real special one.
Yeah.
Yeah, these visuals are really clean, man.
Thank you.
I'm looking at the lighting. I'm looking at the transitions. I'm looking at the background effects. I'm looking at how you're cutting in, you're cutting out, you're cutting on this side, you're cutting over here. Like I'm looking at all that. You're blending, you're doing all like every transition is crazy. Like, look, it's no regular transitions. Like, look,
Nah, I'm a little sicko with it, bro. For real.
yeah.
Like I really like doing these visuals. And for the longest, up until like I want to say this year for real, like I'm an artist and I got my own music videos, but like I was giving everybody else all of the heat, like all of the heat, and I'm like, yo, I want to actually like do some of that for myself. So I got, I dropped like 10 visuals this year. I just went off, but this one right here, like, yeah, I get locked in with my artists, when people send me tracks and I put together a treatment, like, because before this is all written down in a notebook, like everything that I really see, like the fire sparks, like I'm like, purge, the purge masks and shit. Like when you hear the song, you hear it sound like the purge, like bell. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Like, let me find some masks like this, and then fire, like sparks, embers, and shit like that. So yeah, this is a lot went into this joint, and it was a real team effort for sure.
Yeah, I'm still amazed at the transitions. I just slowed it down a little bit.
It is trippy. Nah, it definitely is. These joints is trippy, man.
Wow. Like this is the quality that's coming out of Plainfield. Like this is crazy. Yeah. Well, shit. What's good? Hold up. Mike's muted right now. So hold up. We got more. We definitely got more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
bangers for days. For
All right.
days.
Any one of these in specific that you want to get into next?
Before we hop into my joints, we could play a couple more of the joints that I shot. We could play that Zeus B joint. Zeus B, artist out of Newark. Definitely one of my favorite artists that I shoot for. All of the artists on this list, keep in mind, I got like at least 5 videos that I shot for them. So I've been able to build chemistry with these guys and like put stuff together. Me and Zeus B, like I said, this is probably number 5 of like 6, I want to say, but more impromptu than anything, because he hit me like the day before and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be in town tomorrow," because he's out in Texas right now. He's like, "I'm gonna be in town tomorrow. I want to shoot a video." So I'm like, "All right," where he sent me the track. So the crazy part is, this is bus ride flows. The first thing I'm thinking, like, yo, we got to get a shot on the bus, So when he pulled up, he's like, yo, we locked in on that. So this yeah, this is clean. This is definitely like a favorite of mine, especially because of how it turned out. Cold as hell this day. The track is dope too. This has been on my Spotify, like, like on repeat for a minute.
All right, we're gonna run this. Once
Yeah,
again, this is Zeus B
yeah.
with Bus Ride Flows. Out of Newark, New Jersey.
Out of Newark.
Really in the spot.
Oh, you still got the slow mo on.
Oh, all right. I'm like, hold on. They just took it back. Hold on.
Chopped and screwed.
Look, yeah. I just talking like how I live it, exposing the frauds. If I want it, I go get it. The vision is large. Coach, give me some more minutes, just give me the ball. If I shoot it, I'm gon' swish. Basically, if I lock my target, I'm not missing. No vacancies in my heart once I see the plot thicken. They craving, seeking for answers, tell them it's God-given. No plan or blueprint, just manifesting it. Got with it, pots constantly in my ear saying the time ticking. You're halfway to 50, my boy, just stay on your pivot. I know he mean what's the ducking shots that he always sending. Can't wait to see the look on his face once he make a killing. And hand his ass $1 million, tell him go cop a pavilion. And watch everybody double back like they African million. I'm sorry, baby, too late. Yeah, maybe this was a fate. Now let me get back busy counting this cake. You best believe I will. I was maxing and relaxing. We chilling all cool. Now I'm right back to the action. Snapping with no caption. Got no time for chat. And if shorty not sending pics, I'm moving with no attachments. Yeah.
That was a bar.
No attachments.
He's crazy, bro.
Got no time for chat. Yeah. No attachments. Let me talk to him. Look. Into the gang, I take my hat off because we'll drop the pack off. The grind is in my jeans, not natural for me to slack off. I'm trying to plant the seeds like crooked roughs. You made a bad call. You reaching for the tech, you want your future, take the mask off. Keep the chain, I make a massacre with hacksaws. Be upfront with me, I can't respect the back door. You claim you solid, really front, no need to act hard. Can't rewind back to mistakes, no need to latch on. The labels claim they want the best for you to take more. I'm straight to business, only motive is to make more. I face more issues, the closer I get to taking off. They say you get better with time, you never aged at all. You never aged at all. I can never hate at all. Look.
Really want the smoke, ho?
Yeah, that's sick. That guy is, man, listen.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun with that too. We always have fun on set, like shooting people joints. Like it's really a fun gig, you know.
Yeah, so my question is like, so when artists submit a track to you, you're not just popping out on a certain day with a camera, like you're writing treatments.
Yeah, so see that's also the thing, you know, like why like I do this, you know, because I think for a while it's just been like that, you know, like the point and shoot style. And it's not anyone to blame for it, you know, but I feel like it's because people began to like follow trends, you know. I could date it back to as early as I want to say the point and shoot really got popularized by Chief Keef, right? So hear me out. I feel like when he came out with what was that first joint? Was the first joint Love Sosa?
I don't like.
I don't like, right? So like it just in the living like, and that's all he needed to get like millions of views on the track because the track was already the shit, you know. All he needed was a visual to it, and so they just had somebody come to the crib and shoot, and you know, birth a whole era of, you know, point and shoot style. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. I've done plenty of point and shoot, you know, but I like to draw inspiration from people like Busta Rhymes or like Missy Elliott on the visuals. You know what I mean? Where it's like something's going on that make you want to go back and watch that video again, you know, because it was just different. And so I like to write my treatments, and I'll even watch, you know, classic videos, or not just classic videos, any video. I watch a lot of music videos, you know, and I'll come up with my treatment, and, you know, it's, you know, simple as that.
So do you just write them down or do you storyboard it?
So more recently, I've been asked to like create like a storyboard. You know, I have this dope artist. I didn't get to put any of his visuals in there. We got this new one on the way. I'm not even sure I'm really able to talk about, but my guy Maximus, he's a pop artist out of Pemberton, New Jersey. And he's really into his like, you know, the fits, you know, and like looks, how should he look? So he asked me to like create like a storyboard. So inspiration for the video was I'm ready. I'm looking for the one by Will Smith and well, Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff, let me say. That was the inspiration. That video is from '96. And it was more of like the home movie style video. From my research, they had just dropped, it was on their project after the Summertime album. And they had the one track like Boom Shaka, Boom Rocker, or something like that. And they went crazy with the budget for that video. So they had to find a creative way to get a video out for their next single. And in doing that, they just did like a camcorder like style video that was just like very simple, but they shot it on the boardwalk. So that was one inspiration. And then like I said, I watch videos. So Lynn, Still My Sunshine, it's like a pop track. You guys have heard that track.
I know it.
You know, and they were also on the boardwalk, you know, so hence we were going to shoot our video on the boardwalk. So I chopped up some scenes from that and sent it to him. So to answer your question, yes, I do storyboards, and I also like write the treatment physically.
Okay, and like estimate, a rough estimate, like how long does it take for like your normal video shoot? Like this video right here, how long did you said it was like a day, right?
Yeah, we shot this video in 2 hours.
What?
Really? That's crazy.
2 hours. No bullshit, right? So we shot the scene on the bus, which we went a little bit further than we were supposed to. I'll say 3 hours, right? 3 hours, because we did the bus, and then we went over here to Weekway Park, and then we went back to the studio and finished it up in like an hour and a half. So literally, it only took us 3 hours to do this, you know, and
That's crazy.
that's about the average time now that I've gotten down to, you know, because it used to be like, yo, we're gonna be out here for a minute, like 5 or 6 hours or even more. But now that I know, I'm more precise on what I need done and the shots I need and organized and the order we're gonna shoot. I'm able to like really drastically knock that time down. So like, yeah.
So no like 3-day shoots or nothing like that.
Nah, only time that we have to do more than one day is if the artist really wants like different times a day being shown, you know, like for example, one of the artists on there, I see you got highlighted Huz the Don. Huz the Don is an artist out of Brooklyn, and we shot a video. Not that one, that's an interview, but we shot Living My Life, and it was scenes he wanted in Brooklyn, and then it was scenes that he wanted in Plainfield. That the video is a movie style video, you know, so we're shooting real scenes. So I had to like get locations on lock, so we couldn't shoot it all in the same day, you know. So unless we can't shoot it all in the same day, we won't. But almost if we could have shot it all in the same day, we would have shot the video in probably about 3 or 4 hours, you know. But regularly, no like 3-day shoots.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I got a question because we're breezing through a lot. I don't, you know, so P.A.U. What does that stand for?
Politics as usual.
Oh, okay.
Politics as usual. And that really started as just
any inspiration from that Jay-Z track?
Absolutely. You know, like it just for me when I was coming up with names, I was really heavy in my DJ bag because that's also another hat that I wear. Although lately I haven't had I haven't DJ'd as much, you know, lately, but I still have my turntables and I still got my Serato. I still got Yeezy in my Serato. But
my guy.
For sure. But I think at that time I was really locked in with the entrepreneurial side of music, you know, and nobody like speaks that as much as Jay-Z, you know, to date. So I was really like, I locked in with that, and I'm like, you know, I think that's a dope radio name. Like, I think that's a dope like brand, you know. And I did my research. I didn't see anybody else with the with that as like a brand name, you know. So I'm like, 2016, let's do it.
Politics as usual. Wow.
For sure.
All right, so if I could, are we going to get into you as an artist?
Yeah,
Are we
yeah,
going to jump off
do
the
that.
porch?
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Which one you want to do, brother? The world is yours.
Let's hop into that. Let's hop into that because I like talking about, you know, people and what's going on. We can hop into that Dope Illustrated. Now this track, like, shout out to my guy Reek the Ruler, dope artist out in the, not even just artists. My guy wears a lot of hats like myself, you know, and we've been locked in, doing a lot of different work on many fronts. You know, I dropped a project in 2020, High Profile.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah, and that shit. Yeah, and that joint is crazy. And he engineered and mixed and mastered that entire project. He's also a producer. I got a few tracks that I'm on that he produced that haven't dropped yet. One track that did drop, Good News, that's out right now on all platforms. But yeah, he also spit, you know, so we had a sparring match on this, you know, we like really got it in. And the track, the beat, this is a promo track because it's a freestyle over I think it's The Murderers by Herb Gotti. And you know, it's the Rocky theme. So I'm like, it's just real triumphant because that's just how I feel, you know, as of late. You know, I've just been feeling like blessed and like that we just been like winning. So I'm like, what better way to like show that than, you know, popping champagne and going crazy, you know? So bro was like, oh, that's a good idea. So we locked in, and that's Dope Illustrated.
All right. Well, without further ado, John Juan, Reek the Ruler, Dope Illustrated, of course, shot by Politics as Usual Studios out of Plainfield, New Jersey. Let's hear it.
Reek, what up? P.A.U. YB. Yeah, yo. We ain't playing games no more. Change your heart, now I'm giving it raw. I see you hype when you out with your boys. A two-piece here, hate and enjoy. My resume really making some noise. I'm the shit and I ain't playing it coy. Type of rain that just ain't no avoiding it. Spaceship really what I'm deploying it. I'm around guaranteeing my crew in here. Only on it for who want drama. Otherwise, just know it's some money there. I'm heavy on the level up. Dropping tracks like they slippery, but still it seem everything stuck. Really on some bullshit, only off a little bit. Loyal to a fault, to my village, I never switch. Known for being alive, it's the putting in work. All these checks and these stripes got me coming in first. And now all that fake love start to sound and rehearse. And then make up fake profiles to check on my work. What you talking about? If you ain't talking about grinding, then what you talking about? If you ain't talking about hustle, then what you talking about? If you ain't talking about money, then what you talking about? Fuck, what you talking about? If you ain't talking about grinding, then what you talking about? If you ain't talking about hustle, then what you talking about? If you ain't talking about money, then what you talking about? I don't give a fuck what a hater gotta say. I just pass it to my brother, made like 80 on a plate. Put you under the umbrella, tuck you for a rainy day. I'm like Kobe in the paint, cross the line, I get you 8. On the court, I'm like Jordan, but bitch, I never fade away. I'm unloading, exploding, bass in your face like 808. I'm in control of the globe, and I call it shots, there ain't no chase. Superman don't say no date, that's no cat, no, that's no case. I be masked up, killing the game, no face, no case. Get you packed up, who want that smoke? We got that lace, we ain't here to play no games. We getting niggas out the way, and I prefer real hate over fake love every day. Goodness gracious, the top so spacious. I waited till it was vacant, we made it from the basement. Your future looking darker and your heart filled with hatred. Face it, these niggas be borderline basic. I don't give a fuck what a hater gotta say to me. All
All I do is make cake. Welcome to my bakery. All I do is eat meat. So savory. Greek deliver shit with no latency. Don't play with me. Fuck what you talk about. If you ain't talk about grinding, then what you talk about? If you ain't talk about hustle, then what you talk about? If you ain't talk about money, then what you talking for? Fuck what you talk about. If you ain't talk about grinding, then what you talk about? If you ain't talk about hustle, then what you talk about? If you ain't talk about money, then what you talking for?
Mm-hmm. And I hoop for real too. I ain't just holding that for a prop, you know, like, you know.
Yo, that shit was hard. That shit brought me back to like the early 90s and shit. Like,
yeah, man. I appreciate that. I like to get in. I really do love rap, you know, and I'm like a purist of it. I don't just, you know, rap. You know, I got my R&B bag, but the rap is like is therapeutic. You know, like I talked a lot of shit on here about like real things that was like happening. Like, you know, this year, I never been to, if you listen to my music all throughout time, I never really acknowledged haters, you know, because there's haters gonna hate, potatoes gonna potate, you know. But this is like this year, like I really experienced like, you know, hatred in many ways than I ever did. So it actually came out in the tracks, you know, like in the few like my own shit, you know, I have, you know, it was like internet trolls, you know, like people like literally making up fake pages and like coming on my like going crazy in my comments and all kinds of stuff. And it took me for a spin. I'm like, this is like really weird, you know, behavior. But then I had to really think like, yo, I'm like really locked in and doing dope shit. So like that offends people, you know, and it just is what it is. But this track was just, you know, me popping shit. My bro Reek popping his shit, you know, because he knows, you know, just as well, you know. So my guy, he had the extra long verse too. I was like, yo, how you get an extra 8 bars? He was like, yo, what you want me to trip it? I'm like, nah, don't. I really like your verse, you know, and especially all the way through. So don't cut none of that.
Yeah, this was if I could, like this was dope for a few reasons. One, I always had a theory. I always had the theory that if you can watch a music video while it's muted, then the visual is absolutely stunning. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the music video is hot if you could watch it on fucking mute. So the energy you guys had is fire. I like I like this scene. I ain't seen no shit like this since Missy Elliott. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, yo. Or like a lot of people be like, it remind them of like Puffy, and it's like, oh, it's the same thing. Like,
it got that Hype Williams, like
Hype Williams.
That's the bag that I try to be in with the visuals, like, you know, so just something that you could watch over and over again. Maybe even if you don't love the track, but yo, this was a dope video and I like this particular scene, you know, just like with movies, like, all right,
I like that shoulder shrug too. I caught that shoulder shrug, by the way. I caught it.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is one of my favorite joints, one of my favorite music videos, you know. Had to rep the Plainfield, you know, jersey up under there.
Yeah.
Heavy on the branding too. Every video that I have of mine, you're gonna see me wearing my gear. You know, that's a P.A.U. windbreaker. Selling those right now on PAUshop.com. That headband that I'm rocking.
PAUshop.com.
Oh yeah, bro. I got multiple websites, you know, for everything that we do, you know. So I got the windbreakers, those headbands, and I got the dad hat that I'm wearing now. All of that, you know, is online now. You could lock in. Yeah, there you go. You pulled it right up.
Politics as usual stuff. Look, it's coming out of Plainfield. I get so hype over shit like this, yo, because this is why I do this. Like, people need to know about this. This is coming out of Plainfield. Like, you don't gotta buy the Rockaway. You come here, get you a PAU hoodie. You be alright. You will be alright. Look at this.
Fire. You know, and it's like it's important too because like I feel like everybody is so caught up on Mary, and no, I'm not even gonna like list brands that everybody's wearing or like shit on nobody's stuff, but everybody's rocking brands that is not black owned, or even like people that want to contribute to your culture. Like I like at least I look at myself as a black designer, and whether or not whether you like love what I do, I'm contributing to the culture, or I'm giving back to however I can to another artist that you may like, or may love, So all of these other brands, the European brands and stuff like that, they're not doing nothing for hip hop except for wearing, producing stuff that people get killed over. So rock something with a message.
Ooh, we gotta clip that. That's a commercial, my nigga. That's a commercial, brother.
Appreciate you. I feel very free to speak on this platform right now. I'm like feeling real comfortable. You guys got me.
Yeah.
I got that Girl Scout cookies I was just, smoking on. So I'm ready to
Hey, we
drop.
we all off something, you heard? Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? But
But
yeah,
yeah, this is fire, man. So let's look at the products here. We got come on, man. Look at this. Look at this. Make hip hop great again. This is fire,
yeah.
bro.
And so obviously inspired by the infamous Trump hat,
Yeah.
but
You got a
it's a
red one?
flip
Hold on.
that, flip that. Oh yeah, that should be on there. I got them in like different packages, like different like
Yeah.
color groups, so it should be on there.
This is
But
fire, man. I like this.
you know, we've been rocking with those since like 20. I want to say 2019. Whenever like that first MAGA hat dropped, we was rocking those.
Yeah, and if I could, you did gift me this, and this was my favorite hat for a
Oh
while.
yeah,
But like, I wore this hat so fucking much, though, bro. Like, I wore it
yeah.
out. I'm gonna have to grab one, man, for real, bro. This is one of my favorite hats ever. For me, it stands for so much too. Like the title of your company slash business is going to forever hold relevance because if
hmm
you really wanted to get into the political nonsense, you could definitely use this phrase for so many different things, brother.
hmm Everything, politics is everything. Everything is like a discussion. Everything is an
This
opinion.
is fire. This is fire, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Windbreaker is going crazy. Bunch of colors, a lot of heat.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, I got a question for you. As somebody who produces, fashion, especially for the hip hop community, how do you feel when I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. I know you just spoke on it, like these other brands kind of vulturing off of hip hop. But how do you feel when cats use like cats be like, yo, I just spent $300 on this T-shirt, this regular T-shirt that I wore. You know what I mean? I spent like 15K on these jeans. Like you've seen these memes, or not these memes, these
Mm-hmm.
videos where they ask somebody about their fit, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, that fit that you're wearing is trash. It looks like shit, but you're touting it because it's expensive, because it costs more than something that somebody else would wear. How do you feel about like this whole I guess move that the culture is making to spend more money to look homeless, pretty much?
Well, I feel like initially it starts with payola, right? You got the big artists that probably get the shit for free if you mention our name in a song or something like that. Like, yo, you mention my name, you mention us in a track, and you'll get a free box. We'll send it to you. And they do it. It's nothing to them. And then everybody else, they just fall in line. They like, oh, like, why not? Like, why not just buy that? Because that's what it seems like it takes to get popping. You get this watch, you get this shirt, you pop it, and it's like a facade. It's not real to me. But I think it's they, those brands, they earn their position somehow. I don't know how they did it or what qualifications they have to make them like that, but people, they lock in on those brands and that's what they want to wear, and it's like, shout out to Dope Smoothies, a dope artist from DMV area. I did an interview with him and I was rocking, the video we just played, Zeus B. He has merch for his project 1111, and that's actually my favorite hoodie. Like, not just because I fuck with Zeus, but that's a comfortable ass hoodie, so I rock it a lot. And so
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, what's that stand for?" And so I explained to him, this is an artist that I rock with. This is his hoodie, that is merch for his album. He was like, "Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That shit is hard. But if it was like Gucci or something like that, I wouldn't even ask you shit about it." And I'm like, "Yo, I agree. I like going places wearing, people that I know's brand, because I know other people haven't seen it and they're gonna be like, yo,
Yeah.
that's hot. What is that? Like that's a confidence booster, and I think everybody should want to experience that. Everywhere I go wearing my hat, people want to know something. Shit. I was at like brunch with my lady, and this older gentleman was just staring at me. Like, he was like staring at me for like what prolonged periods of times. I wasn't feeling uncomfortable or nervous, but I'm just like, every time I look, I'm like, hey, like, head nod. And he just would not break a blink, and I'm like, okay. So eventually, he finally said like, yo, I really like your hat. I had to make hip hop great again hat, and I'm like, oh, thanks. He's like, where can I get one? And then it, led into like, yo, look, it's what I do, and so that's what people are missing out on by wearing, these brands that aren't even part of the culture. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. If I could, man, what you said was just so heavy, bro. And just imagine how far we would get as a people if we kind of had the mindset that you had, as far as, I like wearing my homeboy shit or my shit when I'm out, because it could spark a conversation. It could lead to revenue. It could lead to a new fan. It could lead to us supporting each other. It leads
mhm,
to other things, bro. So everything you said is fire. Hey, hey, hey. See, you got the models on here too. This is nice, man. And everything looks modest. There's nothing where women have half their bodies exposed. This is
mhm.
good. This is wholesome. This is fire. Look at the smile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This is wonderful. This is
happy to
wonderful.
wear it. And
Yeah.
another thing about that too is like, I'm just, I'm really like, I don't know if you want to, just the point of the segment where you want to talk about like musical inspirations or anything like that, but like,
Let's
I
do it.
draw inspiration from like, artists that I really like when I said like Jay-Z, right? In
Uh-huh.
all of his videos, he was rocking the Rockaware. Like they was rocking, 50 Cent, they was rocking the G Unit brand, like the G Unit beaters, the Reebok, and no matter what people thought about it, oh, this is yo, they're rocking their brands and they're getting paid off of this brand, so like, why wouldn't I at any point in time show off what I create, so um I think definitely drawing inspiration from next level guys that are really next level and not next level for fake is like what inspired like the whole brand.
Mm. So you create a company. I guess you started with just the LLC.
Yeah.
So like, I want people to just like walk with me for 1 second here. It started with a fucking idea, right? It started
Hmm.
with a thought, right?
Hmm.
He bought it, started bringing it to life and pumping air into it by creating a LLC. When he created the LLC, he's able to shoot videos. He's able to create merchandise. He has his own clothing line. He's directing things and putting it all under said LLC, I would suppose.
Yeah, but even I was rocking before I had the LLC,
Yeah, there we go.
so I can say that I was rocking a whole year before my LLC, just like putting in work, building up like I guess a geographic footprint, putting it
Yeah.
out there. to really see if it'll work, because it ain't gonna work for everybody, but I sold a lot of hats, not even just hats, but like I had a lot of engagement, let's say that, before like I formulated a brand, so I was able to like map out what parts of the brand, was really working, because if that was the case, I would have been, my LLC would have been like entertainment and DJing, but I
Yeah.
noticed that it was really the connections that I was making with artists and the belief that people had in the brand that was like there. So I'm like, I'm gonna like legitimize the visual aspect, So definitely was rocking before the LLC, but the LLC making it an official business helped open a lot of doors. It's doors that cannot open for you if you don't have your shit legitimized, if you ain't paying taxes. Pay my
Hey,
taxes.
facts, facts, and all right, now that we are talking about musical inspirations and where you may have pulled some of this energy from, just let's talk about who is in your top 5.
Top 5, right?
Let's hear that
So
top 5.
of course, my favorite rapper of all time is 50 Cent. 50 Cent was
Ooh,
like
okay.
big inspiration. 50, matter of fact, Get Rich Die Trying was the first album that my pops gave me that had curses. So it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I was like, 2003, that would put me at like 12 or 13, very influential. And it was like, yo, I fuck with 50, and then Jay-Z definitely really heavy.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too into this because I'll be seeing your timeline, man. You be going in on my guy, but
Jada Kiss.
my
We're gonna
guy
keep the energy pure. We're gonna keep the energy pure.
Jada Kiss,
Respect.
man, like the longevity and the transitional, like definitely top 5.
Respect.
And then going furthermore, like I got Currency in my top 5
Okay.
because he's
Ooh, he writes for a lot of people. He's a pen pusher for real. He does a whole big publishing thing.
yeah, and he's like the lane that I feel like I fit in, which is the independent, like music lane that's just like free of like any industry constructs. Like, yeah, top 5 for me. And
Like
then
La Russell kind of. Would you put La Russell in that category?
yeah, he's definitely he took it to another level, like the last artist on my list, which is Nipsey Hussle.
Ooh,
I feel like
heavy.
he was, he met an early demise and had a lot to say. When you go back and listen to his discography, he gets a lot of play on my Spotify for sure. And I'll put La Russell in that category because I feel like he took Nip took like the independent shit to another level. Like, yo, $100 for my album, bruh. Like, that's confidence.
Yeah.
You got to be confident in your shit to do something like that, So I feel like what La Russell's doing with his version of Proud to Pay is like reminiscent of that, and definitely the blueprint, So I feel as though like what I do with P.A.U. Studios is me essentially, getting paid for my music, because that's where it came from. That's what it all started with. So that's my top 5.
It's not
Got
bad.
it.
Top 5.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Can't refute no entries on that list right there.
All right. I just play.
Can't refute no entries, man.
I mean,
I don't
cool.
know if there one on there. I don't know.
No. We're gonna keep it pure. You know what I'm saying? This ain't this about John Juan, not
okay.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it John Juan. You know what I'm saying, but hey, let's get into this. Jumped off the porch, if I could. If you
yeah,
you
yes, sir.
this? All right, this is Jumped Off the Porch, shot by P.A.U. Studios.
All that I own, you've been so good to me.
Yeah.
If this were mine.
How we do? Morning.
Jumped off the porch, I ain't never have to force it. My logo on my body got me dripping like the faucet. Creeping on my goals, got me creasing up my forces. Said fuck all of my losses, cause now a nigga bossing. You don't see me often. If I ain't just stay, you probably...
Time out. I'm sorry. Creeping up my goals got me creasing up my forces? Whew, I caught that. Nigga, I caught that. Whoa. I'm running it back.
Yeah, bro.
You sneaky.
All that I own, you've been so good to me.
Yeah.
If this world were mine.
How we do? Morning. Jumped off the porch, I ain't never have to force it. My logo on my body got me dripping like the faucet. Creeping on my goals, got me creasing up my forces. Said fuck all of my losses, cause now a nigga bossing. You don't see me often. If I ain't just stay, you probably never see me flossing. 96 Pippins like a nigga played with Jordan. In my everyday set ablaze all the pain like...
Hey, yo, John Juan, man, cut that punk smooth shit, man. Out here playing games. Let's hear how it really is. We want that real shit.
I spit that other shit. He a nice motherfucker shit. Might roll around town with a pound. Real stoner shit, nigga. I know ownership dealings that had me under surveillance. Trying to see if I came up off of dealings. All legal affairs instead. I'm feeling like I'm everything that a hater should fear. The people's champion, I did it with the minimal resources. But every time you see me, it look like I hit a fortune. Fuck what it cost. I like fucking up they mind, really. And I like 5 digits on my checks. When I'm signing them, power steering when I'm driving it. Heavy on the dash, but I'm handsome, so I'm riding to the speed limit. Luxurious bars and black-owned garments with a fistful of bud. Watch how you approach this, cause it can get ugly if it's on right now. And I ain't really tripping, dog. It all go down. Jumped off the porch, I ain't never have to force it. The logo on my body got me dripping like the faucet. Creeping on my goals, got me creasing up my forces. Said fuck all of my losses, cause now a nigga bossing. Jumped off the porch, I ain't never have to force it. My logo on my body got me dripping like the faucet. Creeping on my goals, got me creasing up my forces. Said fuck all of my losses, cause now a nigga bossing.
Yo, that's crazy. I can hear all 5 of your influences.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
okay. I think I really care too when you put it like that. I never really honestly I never really think about it. You know, like I do know for a fact though, I feel like my knack for like creating hooks is like 50s.
yeah, for
You
sure.
know, because I
Like
always look at him as like I think 50 is like one of the greatest like hook artists ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you know, of
for
course
sure.
you got like, you know, a lot of R&B artists, like you maybe have like Akon or T-Pain, you know, but like when it comes to like hip hop hooks, I feel like 50 is like top 5 for sure, you know. And so like I'm real big into the melody, so I'm like, you know, I like to jump off the porch. That was actually a verse, you know. It's the rest of it goes a little differently, but I'm like, yo, something about that line, like especially being black, who ain't had a leaky faucet? Like if your faucet in your house somewhere ain't leaking, you know what I mean, you ain't from my side of the tracks. So yeah, something about that line. I jumped off the porch. I ain't never have to force it. You know, my logo on my body got me dripping like the faucet. Just like I was saying,
Creeping
like
on my goals got me creasing up my
you
forces.
know what I
That's
mean?
witty.
Like the
That is
forces gonna
witty.
crease, man. Like everybody has to crease forces, you know.
What was that line in there? You said, hold on, it was like black owned.
Black owned garments.
Oh damn, shit. Black owned garments
But
with
it
fiscal
was like
there's something.
it was like I was listening to the hook. I'm like, all right, this is very reminiscent to 50.
Yeah, I you know, I'm like really lock in, and then you know I don't be stealing because I ain't talking no gangster shit. You know what I mean, I'm not thugged out. You know what I mean, but like my
it was
flow
like
is
in your
pure.
own way and shit. Like I'm hearing Jay, like how Jay would talk, but like like on like get whatever you want, like, and then I'm hearing like yo, I'm rolling around with a pound and shit, like you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, that's
Now
definitely
that's
currency and
for real.
shit. That's
I'm a heavy
currency.
stoner. I'm smoking all day.
Yeah,
You know what I
I'm like,
mean?
that's definitely currency. I could feel the influence. I'm like, yo, anybody who listens to currency smokes, bro. You can't listen to currency or Wiz Khalifa and not smoke. It's just is what it is.
Yeah,
You
listen to
doing yourself a
currency sober
disservice.
is an interesting lifestyle, but I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
it can be done. Shit, word up, but yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I'm fucking
And
with this
even
shit,
and with
man.
all of those guys too on my list, you know, they had their own brands. You know, I'm not sure that Jadakiss had like a brand,
He
you
does
know,
the
but
Yeah, they
coffee.
had
He sells
they,
now,
coffee now.
they had the yeah, he
oh
sells
yeah,
coffee
yeah.
with him
Well,
and his
now,
pops.
yeah. You know, but like at the time when I was drawing my inspiration, like I still get inspired by that now. But like, you know, what I mean, like clothing lines, you know, Jet Life, Marathon, um, Rockaware, uh, the G Unit shit, you know, all of that is just like trying to keep it pure in the essence. Like I'm not trying to follow you know, a short term plan. You know, I want to be in it for a long run. You know, so yeah, that's what that's all about. You know, and then this is another movie right here. You know, definitely was a fun shoot day. Now this was a 2 shoot day. This is a 2 shoot day. I'm on my own budget, so I could do that. But
Hey.
you know, we had a lot. Shout out to my guy Numbers too. Most of the time, if it's my music video, he's the one that's shooting it for me. You know, I'm directing. You know, putting like, yo, I need you to get this shot. But you know, what I mean, it takes somebody to shoot that. So shout out my guy Numbers. You know, what I mean, my behind the scenes guy that you know does a lot. You know, for me. You know we work with each other and get the damn thing done.
Yeah, it's so you always gonna need a team. Always gonna need strong individuals, like-minded individuals. It's hard to find people
Absolutely.
on the same frequency, isn't it, bro?
It is.
Hard, man.
It's very hard, you know. And you know, I feel like it's a blessing for sure. You know, what I mean, at the end of the day, to find that people wouldn't want to look at their friends as blessings, but like, are you
Mm,
stupid? You know, because you got people's friends out there that kill them. You know, so
Yeah,
mm.
it's
my
just true.
friends help me kill shit. You know, why not?
Got you. Oh, I got you. Got you. That was
You
heavy. That was heavy.
know,
All right, I
yeah.
got one question about the how you catching these shots. So I see the aerial shots. You have a drone, correct?
Yes, also a licensed drone pilot. I have my license to fly a drone in 50 states commercially. Because you don't need a drone, you
Different.
don't need a license to fly a drone. But if you want to do commercial work and actually like make money off your drone, you got to have your pilot 107 license.
Yo, look, you heard it here first.
Yeah,
We
I
keep it
never
on
even
wax
knew that.
with John Juan. Go and get your drone license. What was it? A 107? What was it?
Part 107. You know what I mean? So and it's because it's restrictions, it's places you can't fly, or else you'll get your shit
Shot
confiscated. Like
down.
that.
Oh
Matter
yeah,
of
it makes
fact,
sense.
for example, the also chop video that we played at first, right?
Yeah.
You see, I got the drone shots in Times Square. I actually almost got in trouble for that. You know, like I had police, they walked up on me while my drone was in the air, like, hey, is that you like in the air? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, I'm not gonna bust your balls and like take your drone, but you're flying in a restricted area because Times Square is like there are like government buildings over there. So
Mm,
you can't fly over there, you know. So I got
yeah.
off with a warning. I got off with a warning, and
Lucky. Lucky.
but it's all about how you conduct yourself because the warning is at the officer's discretion. You know, depends on how you
Facts.
react. Some people like, oh, what the fuck you mean? You could take my shit. You ain't taking nothing. Gimme. Now you getting locked up.
Gone.
You know, hey, you in the wrong. Yo, my bad. What's wrong with that? My bad. And now I got my drone and I still got the shots.
Hey, there we go. So hey,
So that's drone license is important. And shout out also to Dre Rose. He helped shoot this one as well. You know what I mean? I like just collaborating with other videographers. He's a dope videographer from Plainfield as well.
Hey, well, shout out to Dre Rose, and maybe we could tag everybody afterwards, everyone that we featured, because I want to follow everybody, I want to support everybody. So if you could, like the B Zeus's, the Oso Chops, you know what I'm saying? Like let's you know. Well, all right, let's get into
Thanks.
this. We got Like No Other, shot
Yes,
by
sir.
P.A.U. Studios.
John Juan, baby. Yo, how I put this shit together, man, it's like no other. All these names been exposed, must have blown your cover. Had to know you weren't last when the real one coming. Top dog on that ass, they like, who let them in? How I put this shit together, man, it's like no other. Everybody play their part, will have enough forever. Only time I call them bro if that they're my brother. And don't compare me to them, put me with no other. M-O-N-E-Y ain't all good to me. Just to pay the rent, some of you will switch and leave your morals behind. When the money's all gone and the honeys got lost. Anyone you could call, you fucked around and turned on. Now you're bugging. Homie, pick your game up. It's too late for your name. You better off saving face and change your ways. Can't play us, son. We gave the rope to you. It's suicide to think that we could lose. I've been the truth, like no other. Precious to the death. The devil lie. I designed myself. We ask for help and they pass us every time. Now we get it all and it happened by design. That's the most high. I put this shit together, man. It's like no other. All these names been exposed, must have blown your cover. Had to know you weren't last when the real one coming. Top dog on that ass. They like, who let them in? How I put this shit together, man, it's like no other. Everybody play their part, will have enough forever. Only time I call them bro if that they're my brother. And don't compare me to them, put me with no other. You never sweat a paycheck, where we wanna be. All my bills paid off, what a dream. What a dream. I'm the designer, I design myself. All my niggas rock my brand like it's the hottest shit out. How I put this all together, how I figure it out. Was it really hard work or should we rock with them now? I was dolo for a while and my partners we rolling. My seat at the table came from grinding and hoping I could go and build something bigger than myself. If we stay down, we'll be up forever. One for the hustle, we've been steadily grinding. Two for my Lord, on point with the timing. Free to get this money, it's way more than likely. Did it for myself, cause it's no other like me. How I put this shit together, man, it's like no other. All these names been exposed, must have blown your cover. Had to know you weren't last when the real one coming. Top dog on that ass, they like, who let them in? How I put this shit together, man, it's like no other.
Yeah.
Everybody play their part, will have
all over the
forever.
city.
Only time I call them bro if that they're my brother. And don't compare me to them, put me with no other. All these names been exposed. Had to know you were last. Top dog on that ass.
Yeah, you was definitely talking in this one, bro.
My God, appreciate you.
Just talking about your accomplishments, like how I put this shit together, and now niggas wanna rock with me. We ain't really had the support. Now y'all see the wave, and
no, not even. Because I don't like to I don't like coming at people like that, because when I'm on, I feel blessed enough to have not necessarily outgrown my city, but more so outgrown the idea of not being supported by people that I know, because it's not you when you really want to build something, you can't what do they call it? You can't circle back, circle the block on that,
I get what you're saying.
You need to the idea is to expand and grow, so I've been blessed to gain fans, and not just fans, but people that engage with the content all over,
important.
The Dope Illustrated track, right? I had this lady from France do a fucking a reel to it. It was just a random ass dance reel, and it was it was like, wow, like, okay, I don't know what the hell her caption said or anything. You could see that she's like using like the Google translator to like translate in English. But I'm like, yo, just think about it, that my shit was able to reach that far, far succeeds like whether, s- somebody that I've known for 15 years says like, yo, this is hot or not, because you don't, if you know your shit hot, you don't need acknowledgement from people that could like favor you. You don't need that acknowledgement. The acknowledgement that you want, or like the support that you want, is gonna come from places that you'll never expect. So
Organically too. Yeah.
yeah, and it's not forced. So I'm like, um, I like that I've been able to reach all of these different places with my content, at the music videos I shoot for people for my own joints. And like this year, I gave out a lot of free music, and I say free because it was just like they're over old, just that's a classic One for the Money by Horace Grant, but I had a flow for it, and it like it don't, it cost me nothing, except for like whatever it is to like shoot the video, like if I had to get anything, rent anything, or like go for a location and shit like that.
Yeah.
So why not? I'm just, giving good entertainment out.
Yeah, for sure. And if I could, I really enjoy these visuals. It's good to see visuals from my city. You know what I'm saying? It's just good. It's really good to see somebody from my city doing what you're doing. And I never understood why people don't give enough credit where credit is due, but you just made me realize that's not even important. You just gotta focus on the supporters. Let's focus on who's supporting. Let's not pay attention to who's not supporting that we may think should, and let's get rid of
Yeah,
those expectations, and let's
yeah,
focus on who is engaging and supporting. That's
You
what I
gotta
kind
you
of
gotta
just
go
got
where
from you.
you're accepted, not where you tolerated.
yeah. Find where
Mm,
that's at. Like I spend a lot of time trying to find places to place my content that people will digest it. Like I like just continue to just like putting out. Like you can kind of like get caught in like not necessarily crabs in a barrel, but it's more like just like recycling, like you're just trying to like people will get tired of you, and that's okay. They got their own lives going on. Like I don't think that I'm my best friend's favorite artist, but they support me, to the best of their
yeah.
ability. That don't mean they're gonna throw up every single thing that I do, or like, engage in it, or, like maybe they'll do it that first time or whenever. It maybe not be that first time, like the first thing you ever drop, but they might do it once, and you got to be okay with that, because you'll drive yourself, that I was going to say, you drive yourself crazy trying to figure out why people wouldn't support you, when you could
Mm,
spend that time focusing on where will people support me, and
I
it's
agree.
an easy bag to get into, just locking in different mindset, and once you get into that mindset, you'll find more and more and more people, doing it. And it also comes from, I know I'm long-winded with this shit, but it's like doing things like this, like somebody's willing to offer you on their platform, like why would you be too busy to like jump on or support, or like why well, how big are you that you think that you can't like support back,
Yeah, yeah.
like nobody's, if you were that big, they wouldn't be able to reach you in the first place, like
Ooh, that's
like for real,
heavy, bro.
like if I was so big, you would have to reach out to my management to even get in touch with me. If somebody could send you a DM and that shit goes on scene, like you're around. Like don't, you know, you got to be humble. You got to have a certain amount of humbleness. And I consider myself, I'm cocky and I talk my shit, but I'm very humble as far as like where I want to go and like where I am. For
Nah, that's
sure.
that's that's real shit. I had a producer who I was interacting with on IG, and I forget what what the beat was. But I was, oh yeah, this shit is pretty good or whatever. I was like, hey, how much you selling this for? The number he gave me was so fucking astronomical for somebody who had, like, this guy maybe get 2 likes a post. Like, I was just looking at like the message. I was like, did he really send this shit to me? I had to look at it like 3 times, and I was just like, nah, I'm good, fam. I don't even think I responded because I was like, this is you're talking ridiculousness. You're talking
This was somebody local?
No, he's not from he's not from here. I think he's from Texas, but he like was following me, so I'm like, all right. So I followed back. Like, he wasn't getting no like a lot of likes and shit, but I was like, yeah, the shit, his beats is, I mean, they're decent. So it was a beat that I heard. I was like, you know what? I was like, yo, this shit kind of catchy. So I came up with a hook to it. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to write to it. So I was like, let me ask him for the beat before I get like too far in the writing process.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no. Like, I think he asked me for like 7 bands or something like that, and I was just like,
$7,000.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, he was like, yeah, because this like I'm gonna give you the discount, like, like the set. I was like, he said usually it really be.
Oh, he disconnected. He had lost. Hold on, I'm bringing back up. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, whatever. The second time it happened, it was another guy who I got linked through my best friend. He knew the guy through Xbox or whatever, but he did make beats for some legitimate artists. And I was hitting him up. I said, hey, bro, what's good? I was like, yo, I know you do beats. I was like, I talked to G and shit. I was like, yo, if you got like a page, I could check some of your shit out. Because I know he did some stuff with like Benny the Butcher and I think P.A.U. So he was like, yeah, I really don't do beats like that though. Like, I know he's like a drummer and shit. He's like, I really don't do beats like that. Like, I gotta really have a personal relationship and fuck with you like that. Like, yo, like we gotta interact a little bit more. And this, I said, you know what, come on, bro. I was like, yo, I said, bro.
Like, is it really that weird though when you dealing with other people? Like, how weird do it really get? Like, niggas just don't be showing love. Like, I just, like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, you'll be surprised.
It's tough. It's tough, man. I say like I prefer to really lock in with producers. You know, like I prefer like to be able to consider my producers or people that I'm working with in house. You know, I've been blessed to like link with some dope producers. You know, like I said, these were freestyles I dropped this year, but my guy Reek the Ruler, we got a whole project, you know, that I haven't released of beats that he made that I'm rapping over. You know,
y'all got a name for this project yet, or?
Yeah, so that project is actually another, you know, brand of not a different brand, but I say like a subcategory of politics as usual, and I call it well-rounded, which, you know, equates to like myself. You know, it's like everything. I feel like I'm a well-rounded individual, and the project is well-rounded. It's really like underground style beats and like flows. It's dope. It's a dope project. I don't think the world's ready for it yet. You know, at that project, I got, you know, different kinds of ideas that I want to bring to life, including like a short film and stuff like that. So well-rounded is that project. Yeah, shoot. We got another short film that's coming soon. That was shot earlier this year. What time is it? I got that trailer going around now. I should have put that on YouTube. You know, I'm gonna do that sooner than later. But short film that was shot in Plainfield. Yeah. So as far as the well-rounded project though, I like to like lock in with producers to like be able to get content out. You know, I got another dope producer from Plainfield, Marcel Corleone. Most of you guys know him by Cav.
Cav.
Yeah, we got a short project in the works. You know, I haven't come up with any names for it, but we got a few joints together. You know, we locked in at his condo. We got a studio there, and we like put some dope tracks together. You know,
Do you I'm sorry if I could. Do you know the name of the studio? Do you happen to know the name of the studio?
this is his crib.
Oh, it's personal studio.
Yeah,
Heard.
so it's at his condo. So it's like he got
Okay.
his own
Okay.
like space, you know, and I like to lock in with cats like that. You know, I like to
Yeah. Build
um
relationships.
yeah, definitely. Like anybody that's on the music side that I lock in with are like actually like good friends. You know what I mean? Like I got friendships with all of the people that I do like music with or like really do like that type of you could consider that kind of work like intimately working, you know, because it's not a lot of individuals around. Anybody that's ever been at a studio session of mine knows that I don't want to hear nobody talking. I don't want to hear no social media reels in the background. Silence, you know. And if you're gonna be in here in my session, you gotta like just be there, like almost like a fly on
Yeah.
the wall till you spoken to. Especially if I'm paying for the
Mm.
time, you know.
It's
Engineering,
serious business.
it's serious business because people don't treat it like that. People be treating studio sessions like a fucking
Like
Instagram
some,
live.
yeah, like some party or something.
Nah, bro.
Damn.
Like y'all just wasting. Y'all like wasting money. You know, like I know,
Talk
like
about it.
nah, bro. Like studio sessions be like $50 an hour. Like you gonna waste.
And you
Um,
lucky if you get it for that. You lucky if you get it
serious,
for
yo,
that.
for real.
Yeah,
Cut
Like
it out.
yeah.
everything is prices is up now. You know,
I pay
like
Yeah.
more than that. I pay more than
like
that, and I go
they
in there by
that
myself.
was like, and
Mm.
I say that price right. That lets you know the last time that I was like,
You pay, yeah.
yeah, because I like I don't put out there that I engineer to like artists, but like I record myself and then I send my content to my engineer that I'm locked in with, and he mix and master that shit for me, you know, which
Yeah.
is a dope process. And I spent a lot of money on my equipment. You know, my equipment is yo, you gotta have your equipment. If you're an artist and you can't record yourself, you're not doing yourself any favors by just going to the studio all the time. Like, and you
I
still got to go to the studio and you still need that work done, but you got to be able to record yourself. You need to be, if you're sitting in a studio session, you need to know what that engineer is doing on that computer. Even if you don't know what presets and all of that, you need to
yeah.
know what's going on,
Yes, you
you
could
know?
tell him
So
like, nah, I want you to do this. I want you to do that.
But if I
yeah,
Certain
like,
could,
things.
right? Isn't it very easy for artists to like record at home nowadays if you just have a simple smartphone? There's kind of like no excuse though, right? Or I know you won't
um,
get the quality. You will not get the quality. I understand that. But as far
yeah.
as making a rough draft to go into the studio, is the phone a viable instrument?
The phone I use to make voice notes if a flow that I'm writing or that I came up with, I need to remember how I said a certain word, maybe how I broke it down. You know, like I use the voice memo for that, but like to record actual verses, I would definitely suggest getting you a condenser mic, you know, because it costs like a good condenser mic, you know, you're starting at least 250, you know. My condenser mic at the time was probably about 300, but I bought my condenser mic in like 2013. I've
Oh
had
wow.
I've had my condenser mic for a long time. Only thing
You
I've
gonna upgrade
upgraded,
anytime soon?
no, because my engineer that I send my stuff to be saying my vocals sound crispy by the time they get to him. You know, it's all about. It's like the same thing with shooting visuals, right? And taking pictures. If you do everything right before you start the process of recording, it comes out better. So what I mean by that is like if I'm going to take a picture, right? If I make sure the lights are all positioned right, that picture will come out nice. And then when I edit it, the job is easier. You know, it's like not necessarily easier, but I could do whatever I want with it because it's such a clean picture, right? So when you're recording, if you have good soundproofing and all of that, your audio is going to come out really well. You know how your voice sounds or bounces off a mic. how far you should stand back, or how much. I use the chaotica ball. You know, how far you got to stand back from the chaotica ball, how close you need to be, like all your levels when on the the MIDI device, you got all your levels right. You could put together real clean vocals to send to get mixed and mastered. Now, I'm not a mix and master expert, but I could get my vocals sounding how I want them, and then I send them to my guy, and he had them shit sounding crispy, you know?
Yeah. And that's heavy, man. You just laid it out flat for us and told niggas that you have to invest in this equipment and put it somewhere that you can access quickly so that you can submit your music to the studio, and like you can produce quality music with the equipment that's available nowadays. Who is this guy on the camera right here? You know, I feel like I gotta hear it. He look like he going off.
Shout out to my guy Huz the Don. And now, for example, so when I say like I engineer, this is an original freestyle that my guy did. He came to the studio, and so I recorded him live, and you know we did this over the God Did beat. Huz the Don is out of Brooklyn, straight spitter, man. My guy is like real sick with it. This series, the Politics as Usual interviews portion of the platform, people come through, lay a hot freestyle or a live performance, and then we talk about it. We talk about you. We talk about whatever you want to talk about, a wide range of topics. I really like to touch on mental health. I think that's really important. So that's a question that I literally ask. I want to say every single artist to get their different opinions. The consensus is everybody smokes weed to manage their mental health, but you know, I've gotten some really thought-provoking like answers, and people that were honest that said like therapy, which is like, yeah, you know. So we did this past year, we did 33 interviews and live performance or freestyles, you know. Tapped in with a lot of dope artists from, like I said, from across the country. Like this guy, SOTM, he's out of Jersey City. King Neek in the background, repping Harlem. I have, like I said, Huz the Dons from Brooklyn. You know, we got artists from all over the country. You know, Black Odyssey, who's a dope neo soul band from Plainfield. Currently operating out of Austin, Texas. You know, yeah, they pulled up and blessed the platform. They're on tour right now. Probably one of the biggest interviews that we've had. He came through and they blessed the platform. We got K Prez, dope artist out of Asbury Park, who just came off tour from London with Onyx. Oh my goodness, like ridiculous spitter, you know, and they clearly here we got Strap, you know, so I've had a lot of dope artists come through and really like appreciate the platform. And when the same token, I've had artists that when I like, you know, reached out to them about the platform, like they just like, what is this? Like, you know, and that's what I'm saying, right? And in the initial stages, artists, maybe I want to say the first 5 artists that you'll see are artists that, like I said, I've done like 5 music videos for. So I'm like, yo, how I show that back, right? I'm building a platform, and what artist doesn't need dope content, right? So you guys supported me. I want to give back, and I want you to come do this interview and a live performance. So, and you know, Strap was one of those artists, you know. And it's just like that. It's just like that. It's not necessarily support who supports you, but it's more like support where the support is supported, if that makes sense. You know,
support where the I gotta ask Mike if he understands it. Mike is a rapper, and y'all seem similar mentally on the frequency tip. We're gonna get into that later. But Mike, you caught that, brother?
The support who supports you?
Nah, support where the support is supported. Like, meaning like, all right, so yeah, like meaning like people don't have to come to me for a music video. You know, they recognize, you know, the talent and what'll make them stand out as an artist, right? I support that back, you know, so we can mutually like benefit each other by working together, you know. So that's like how the platform was like built. And like I feel like I feel like I have a really good taste in music. Really good
Yeah.
taste in music. So that's like the speaking to the DJ thing. And that's really how the platform was built, the Politics as Usual platform, just like putting out just the wanting to put out good music, you know, because I think I make good music and I don't think I'm the only one, you know. So I like to showcase that. Like, you know, I got a lot of dope artists I work with.
That can be a thing too. I noticed with some artists where they feel like, yeah, I'm the nicest, and I can't support anybody. I don't support anybody. Like, I'm just the best, and I'm like, you're not the best, because if you were the best, you know what I mean.
And even the best,
I mean,
the next level guys, they link up and rock with other artists. Like Jay-Z was
Facts.
rocking with the Texas guys. He made Big Pimpin'. He was rocking with Scarface. Like he was rocking with Dr. Dre. You know, they was rocking with Lil Wayne. Like you gotta go across the map. Like that 6 block radius shit ain't gonna get you nowhere.
It
You know?
ain't.
I think it's the mentality. Like, this is a telling sign when somebody asks, like, who do you like? What artists do you fuck with? Like, and I see this sometimes with some up and coming artists. They'll say like, "Oh, like who do you what artists are you listening to? Who's your favorite rappers or whatever?" Really, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even really listen to nobody by myself because I'll be so locked in. And I'm like, yo, stop
I'll be
doing that.
listening to my own shit. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's like
saying?
you gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop because we know you're lying. Number one. We know you're fucking lying. I'm tired of hearing that shit. Like, so you don't listen to you don't listen to nobody else's music but your own. How'd you learn how to rap that nigga? Like, stop it, man.
Seriously.
Like, the cap gotta stop. Like that shit is fucking ridiculous. But I do. I want to say I share your sentiment when it comes to like sometimes people getting into their feelings about the support from loved ones and or lack thereof. And this is the best way I explain to people. Like somebody had this post. It was like, yeah, if you're not fucking with me, if you're not reposting my shit or whatever, you're dead to me, and I'm gonna start deleting you, some shit like that. It was like, you know how those it's supposed to be like inspirational quotes, but that shit's not really inspirational.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think it was that Bill Blast quote? It was he had like
Yeah.
reposted it. He was like, yo, motherfuckers really be stressing like because their family don't want to repost their music. I say, yo, motherfuckers be like, yo, I said motherfuckers be like, yo, that bitch dead to me, yo. Fuck you, grandma. You ain't repost my shit. Like, it's like, come on, man. Like, yo, like I this is the simplest way I always put it to people. They're like, oh, well, so and so ain't post this, so and so ain't post this. I'm like, all right, yo, I know people that don't eat pork, yo. So if I'm having a cookout, like if I do like a rack of ribs, like yeah, I'm out here making a rack of ribs and shit. I already don't eat pork. I'm not expecting this nigga K.I. Flame to come and fucking be like, yeah, let me get a plate, nigga. Like, oh, that nigga don't want to support me and shit. He don't eat pork.
Yeah, because you know I don't rock with pork, so you know you're not going to expect me to come and support that barbecue,
Exactly.
or that
So it's like
Thanksgiving, or that Christmas. I ain't coming to none of them. But
it's like it's just not your taste. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
not everybody's taste is the same. Like some, yo, some friends may be like, I don't like that song that Mike did. That shit whack or whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's
And
like,
it
all right,
is what it
whatever.
is. Thanks for the
Yeah,
listen. Thanks for the listen.
yeah,
That's all I can say. Thanks for the listen. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I'm not. It's different. Like hate is different than constructive criticism. Hate, like constructive criticism, is like, yo, I don't really. It's like, nah, I don't really rock with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you as a person, whatever, but I don't really rock with that shit. Hate is when a motherfucker. It would be different if they're like, nah, I don't really like they not listening to your shit, they not reposting it, whatever. But they'll go rock with a motherfucker that sounds just like you. but who's like maybe more famous or whatever, or some shit like that. It's just like, oh, I fuck with this guy because he's on TV or whatever. That's a little weird. You know, that's
Man,
just that's where
I
you have to
really
start
don't
evaluating.
understand the hate. You know what I'm saying? If I could, like, I really don't understand the hate, especially when it come locally. Like me personally, I'm just now starting a little platform, and you know, I'm just trying to do my thing and figure out my space and figure out what my thing is. And you'll be surprised. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of love that come with it, and I love the
Absolutely.
love, and I really appreciate the love. But you be surprised at that one person that's just super super negative about anything I'm doing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I never understood that because I never operated on that frequency. Like this person knows every single time it's to keep it on wax. They know about it. They know what happened on it. But it's a bunch of negative energy being spewed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't personally give off that energy or go around hating. I'm more the person that looks for the support. You know what I'm saying? I look to help and build. I'm not really out here to destroy. But if I could, this is MBF Rico with Slimy. You want to play? You want to give him one more, John? Is there
My
anything in
goodness,
specific?
bro.
Where's he from?
Yo, JB, that's what I call him. My guy out of Jersey City. Yo, definitely the youngest in charge. Yo, this
Uh-oh.
I don't not a little because he's the big stepper. This guy is nice, man. Like for real. Like we've been locked in. I got 11 videos with JB. You know, we've been locked in for a minute, and this was actually a point and shoot. You know what I mean? He just we pulled up to the block and we got it in like with no real like intentions, but a dope edit. And you know, this young fella is like definitely ready for stardom. Like he got the everything down from like the fits to like the whole like the pin. My man, pin game is sharp. So definitely one of my favorite younger artists out right now, and I just happen to be working with him as well. So Slimy, yeah.
All right, this is Slimy by MBF Rico, shot by P.A.U. Studios. Let's get it.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah, you can run that from the beginning. Yo, you go crazy. The edits on this.
I'm listening to the beat. Is that from Mortal Kombat?
I thought it was Ninja Turtles, but
no, it's definitely Mortal Kombat the movie, the original.
Sample?
Yeah, that ding. That's like when fuck, I seen the movie so many times. I'm trying to remember exactly when it happens.
Hold on, let me hear.
There's a lot to like about this shit, yo.
I know that shit specifically.
Damn, that shit came in rocky, man. Look, 4 times. Go.
Oh, I remember now.
Feel new skin, feel all loose. Big 16 on that block shit. Alright. I got a freak little watch, bitch, she so look, I got a freak little watch, bitch, she so nasty, she be on time, but she know I'm slime for real, like where's your friends, cause I'm bringing my slime, and everything green, so you better mind your nose, if niggas come wipe it, why these niggas be internet typing, but you trying to get niggas indicted, if you ain't gonna kick up the shut up, line hula, you trying to go head up, he in the stool talking about shit he never did, we call it making it better, he got down, he ain't know he was dead up, as a fact, you don't want to see me fed up, cause we can go over the message, so big shit, straight nines is better, you better count your blessings, we try to move whole blocks, no Tetris, just be telling his songs, giving out names, why you confess it? I just say shh, and what's his name? I ain't really good with no questions. If they ask me somewhere in sessions, we just do the music and do the discretion. Cause anything else we don't know about, we're on party, so I ain't trying to go out. If we shake the spot, perform, and leave, we ain't there when they letting the show out. I don't know about. Why they ask me shit I don't know about? Shit I don't know. But look, fuck it, cause I'll be quick. Let a bitch do what she do, cause I'm trying to get to the loot. I don't care how cute, pretty or popping you is. Let me know if I'm trying to get a tune. See, I'm about a bag and all family business. See, I'm a big dog, no, I'm not a goon. See, where I'm from, everybody get active. At least got going on a mission or two. See, niggas think rocks, they got to. I'ma bring in the gang, cause they hot to. It get scary if I tell my shit be riding the shit in the car like Fatu. And I heard the song that's not you. Catch my sleeves, I you. And they ain't really did nothing to me, I'm still active. And you ain't do shit, you shot you gang. And then go out for a whole bitch. And I can't condone the whole shit. Out of the school, stop playing ball. No teacher or coach can't coach this. Like they ain't trying to consider I'm chosen. I just pray I forever have motion. We ain't gon' trip out none of that shit. If it come, they ain't know we approach it. Okay.
that shit is ridiculous, bro. Like,
Damn.
BMF Rico is slimy.
That's MDF Rico is slimy. This is the type of stuff my
Oh,
oldest
MDF
son
Rico,
listens
yeah.
to. Like, this is what my oldest son listens to.
Yo, he's like ridiculous, bro. He just be coming up with tracks. Like I did we got a documentary that we working on for him. And I was in the studio. I sat in on the studio session. Yo, he just laid like 4 tracks down back to back to back, and all of them. I'm like, yo, like, and it's like it was some of them was like similar to this. Like, I guess people would like consider this Jersey drill. I don't think they sound like the traditional Jersey drill beats that
No,
I hear. Because
Jersey
a lot
Drill
of the
has
Jersey drill
that
joints,
club. Yeah.
you know, a lot of the Jersey drill joints I hear that people call Jersey drill anyway sound more like the Brooklyn drill, you know, like that Pop Smoke sound. Like I don't hear that on this, you know, and I feel like the flow is different too. You know, it's like real energetic, you know. So I watched them lay down 4 tracks like that back to back. No, one of them actually was like a deep track. I'm like, yo, my man Pin Game is really ill, you know. So and like I said, I really like locking in with these artists, you know, like we really like in the zone. Like if they have trust in me that like, yo, I'm gonna send you a track and maybe they have like one idea, like, oh, I see myself doing this or that, you know. Most like I'll come up with the rest of it, you know, just based off the track. You know, so I look at it as more like a collaboration, you know.
Yeah.
Put together something ill to make people want to watch again. Like people they're like this one did really good. Like people like watching this. You know, it captures all of the hood elements, of what's really going on, and gives some like type of flair to it. You know, like this is crazy. You know,
Yeah.
and the
If I
track.
could, I like how he started off the second verse. The second verse would be my favorite verse for this one right here.
Okay,
So again, I like the
popping
visual.
with. I'm trying to get in tune. Yeah, we sliding.
Yeah, we're gonna look out for MBF Rico for sure.
Definitely.
I got a question on the director side. Now, when you look at like certain directors, they have like this like a niche thing they do. Like I guess if you want to say Hype Williams, when he started doing the split screen, where it's like the screen in the middle, then you have like sun at the top, sun at the bottom, or even the film like Spike Lee, he has that I guess that tracking shot where it's like you zoom into the person's face or the person's moving into the camera. Like in all his films, he does it. What do you think is your defining like
good question.
quirk or something that you do that it spots? It's like in all your
your
videos.
signature move.
Yeah, that you can say, oh, that's a John Juan. You know. What
Yeah.
I mean?
What's your people's elbow? What's your
video.
Stone Cold Stunner?
Honestly, you know, we just watched like 5 like mad visuals, and can y'all say that anything looks similar? You know, I think the most that I would say is like my signature to like that's like cohesive through all my visuals is the typography. You know, like I think I do really good titles. Like I make a title, the title track, the title to the song look, you know, just good. You know, and I think so. I don't really think that there's one particular like thing that's really like a signature thing, because that's like so much of it. I got like a lot of different bags with the I think I'm like my visuals is just so versatile that I can't really say that it's one thing in particular, except for really just making the artist look like a star, you know. Somebody
like you wouldn't say like your transitions, like you just like your transition is like, because I'm noticing like everyone has like at least that like that transition that's like, okay, all right, like that. I think that's what locks in all of them. Like if this was say this was a connected universe, it's like all the videos are locked in by the transitions. I can't even say the transition style, because the style in this is different than the last video we saw.
Yeah,
it's something about how it's just something
how
about
he
transition.
transitions. Yeah. Maybe it's the direction of the train. I don't know, but
I think it would be broken down into categories. I think it all depends on what kind of video it is. You know, because if it's like more of like a point and shoot style, like I would consider like, all right, that slimy video is like in the same bracket as the Oso Chop recipe video, where it's like it's fast paced. So with the fast pace, I'll do more cuts and stuff like that, right? Whereas like a more like
Be right back.
more a slower pace track like this Dope Illustrated and that Zeus B joint, it's more laid back, like the laid back style. I mean, even still, because everything is still, but they're more, I would just say they're all in like a similar category, depending on what kind of video it is, how it'll be. You know, I think if I like, you know, if I had to be honest, I guess the signature thing would just be like the playback value, you know, like it's something in every video is something that make you want to watch it again. You know, I like to have those kind of moments in each video. You know, like for this one, people will want to see the champagne popping. They like the champagne scenes. Or in the slimy video, people like how I make them cut out of a liquor store cooler onto the block and then make them pop out of the ring doing different things like the pop outs, you know, like, and then like in like the Oso Chop joint, the same thing, like so many cutouts and then like the embers and flares, you know. Some videos, no matter, even if it's super lyrical, if it's fast paced, it'll be heavier on the edits, you know, but the slower paced tracks don't really need that many transitions because it doesn't like, it's not in rhythm, you know, like I'm not going to have a bunch of mass cutouts on here because it's not in rhythm, you know, like I like to go to the rhythm of the beat, you know, so depending on what the track is, I guess depending on what the BPM is how you would match up the edits and what the signature move will be for that. So I guess to answer the question, I got a few signature moves.
All right, I got you. So I'm looking at all the transitions and just the visual flair of all the videos. And even though, you have a lot of transitions, and not a lot of transitions, but every video has a transition. I think they all did, except for maybe one, or maybe it did. I just didn't catch it. The shoot, what was it? Damn, how am I forgetting it? I can't remember the name. It was like the second video that of yours that
Bus Ride Flows.
No. I'm saying of your videos.
Oh, okay.
You're actually like your music.
It jumped off the porch.
Jumped off the porch. It was the one after that.
Okay. And we played Like No Other.
Yeah, Like No Other. I don't think it really had any like transitions, or whatever. I do have a question though for that. So how was that shot with the camera? You have it mounted outside of the vehicle and like one mounted on the hood?
I'm glad you mentioned that, right? So for that one, yeah, I have a car mount. You know, I have a mount that I could hook the camera up to the outside of the car. So in the treatment, I knew that it's not a fast paced song like I was saying, so I'm not gonna go effect crazy, but the effect that I want to really like capture people in that video are the car scenes, because that's the most different shot from the video, you know, like the time lapse kind of look, you know, and then like that car mount is something that people don't necessarily see that shot, you know, like somebody driving in the camera, like what are you driving right next, somebody driving next to you, you know, is what I get a lot, you know, but you hit the nail on the head, like it's a car mount, you know, I got the camera connected to the car. And finding different ways to shoot the videos makes it easier, you know, because we're not just going to post up at the corner store. We're going to just do something a little bit different to make it, you know, people want to watch it again, because that's what it's all about. Like it's literally it's engagement. You don't just make a music video because you want to like look good in it. Like, yeah, you want to look good in it, but you want people to see you in that over and over again. and to have favorite moments from it, and for people to want to organically run your views up, So like that one for me, people love that shot. And then they loved like the car scenes where the cars doing the donuts. That was a scene that I saw, and that was impromptu too. I was just there shooting, and those guys pulled up. I don't even know who that was. In case the feds watching, I don't. I just got the shots, and they did exactly what I was seeing, like you know, a Hype Williams video or like Fast and Furious or some shit like that. I draw a lot of inspiration from movies too, not just music videos, so I like to try and emulate that cinematography.
Oh, I could definitely tell. And I'm so the question I was originally going before we hopped into the car mount is I noticed none of the transitions seem to be the same. They're all different. Like not like the same, but like it's a different style. You you kind of do like different styles every video. Is it hard to keep up with like okay, when somebody sends you um a song and you have to make a treatment, do you actively think like, okay, let me do something that I haven't done before? Is this like it's something you're consciously thinking, or is it just happening organically because you're like, oh, I'm listening to the song and the BPMs is telling me to do this?
Yeah, it's more on a per track basis, because um some of the if you watch all of them, there will be some like maybe scenes that are similar to what I've done in the past, but I always like to improvise. It's like I said, I'm an Uber, right? So I got moves for my moves. Like if I'm gonna cross over here, I might spin left, or next time I might spin right, or next time I might do a step back and take a jump shot. But it all starts from that one particular thing, and then with the treatments, I think, like I was saying earlier, if you shoot it right, your job in post becomes easier, like for the also chop joint, for example, that literally started right. So I had the song in my head, I'm coming up with ideas, and I was that day I probably scrapped what I had originally because that day I went into Five Below and I see the purge masks. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to just do this, and then I see different scenes coming. And then once it was done, I'm like, oh, I want to edit it like this. I know I want it to be fast paced, but I think the Ember flares like really like complement it well, and like the dope illustrated joint, my dope illustrated joint. I'm popping the champagne and it's a press conference look.
Yeah, I was about to say
All
that was
right.
obviously inspired by like an after championship win press conference or something like that.
Facts, right? And so I'm like, the best transitions that I could think match that is something that maybe is like the fuzzy TV or something like that. You're like the camcorder look, like behind the scenes kind of look, just because that's the type of stuff that goes on for press conferences. It's a lot of cameras on you, and like some of them might not be that, and then it's a retro look. So you definitely why not do the retro camera? So it's always a per visual per track basis, and I do like draw from some of my older work to like maybe modify on and improve on for the next, but it's always they're all different to me. I think I can't say I have one video that I've shot or that's for me that's the same or has too much of the same thing as another video. Like you might be able to look at this and be like, oh, okay, John shot this, but it ain't gonna be like, yo, this shit look just like that video.
Yeah,
It's all different.
and
For sure.
I'm looking at everything you're doing behind the camera, and I'm assuming that you know, yes, you are an artist, um, but you're transitioning over, like you said, into filmmaking. You have a lot of inspiration from filmmaking. How much of this is you feel is like a learning experience for you to get behind the camera to be like a full-fledged film director? Because I know that you just said you did a short film and then you have another one that you're shooting later. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the question one more time? What's like
So the question is like, is this like how much of the video directing has helped you transition over to be a film director?
To me, it's pretty much the same because, like I said, I draw a lot of inspiration from movies to do what I do. Like chaotic. If you go to like music videos and you find a music video that I have by me, it's called Jersey Drive. Obviously, where I got my inspiration
Yeah.
from for that, and you could just play that in the background and just see like the cinematography of it. If you go to playlists, it's a playlist called music videos, and it'll be in there. It's like it's down there. The shot is like Plainfield. You'll see like the Plainfield underpass on Leland. But to me it's the same because the shots are the same. I would shoot them all the same. The only difference is the audio. I'd find different ways to hide the mic to get us right there. Different ways to hide the mic to grab audio. And for a while, I also shoot like a skit series. There's this comedian out of Irvington. His name is Lambito Wow. He created a sketch comedy show, and I direct that and shoot the scenes. He sends me a script of all of the lines and what he wants, and then I put that together with the visuals. Okay, I see you standing here, and then this person standing there and doing that. And to me, it's all of the same. It's just like it starts with the treatment. It starts with the treatment and how you want the scenes to look. Whether it has no music, whether it has no audio, or whether it only has like this music. It's the shots. Like it's like that's how I see it playing out. So it's the same to me. Like this is a movie. Like it's like you see that we just jacked the car, and now we just like watching movies on silent. We jacked the car, and now we running around joyriding. And you can get that. So to me, it's all the same. It's all about the only difference is how prepared we got to be to grab audio. Like this one probably would have been like a little difficult to do the audio, but to me it's like it's the same thing. It's just getting the shot that you want people to see, and I am fortunate enough, like I said, I drew the inspiration from the movie Jersey Drive. So everything in this pretty much plays out like the movie did. They stole a car, tried to sell it. The guy that he tried to sell it to in the movie, I think he undercut him, and this one is the same thing. Like, what, you ain't trying to buy my shit? Like, so yeah. Movies, music videos, same difference,
So if you could elaborate a little bit, what is the premise of the short film? And actually just give us a name and like kind of like a summary of what the film is about.
So what time is it? It's a science fiction thriller. That really
hold on, wait. Did you hear that? Science fiction thriller. Science fiction thriller.
It ain't like how I ain't gonna it's different. I wanted to get different. I got a bunch of like hood stories and different things that I could do that was simpler, but I jumped off the porch with something crazy. It was like a real dope cast, based around guys from Plainfield. Shout out to Mike Williams, EBE from Everybody Eats Entertainment, Straps manager. He played the main villain. And basically the premise of it is just it's toying with the idea that people are overwhelmed by social media. You know, that people are like overtaken by social media and really getting lost in it. You know, and the film plays on dreams and reality. You know, so people because they're so addicted to their phones and social media, they end up stuck in a world that is like a dream world through social media. Like they dream it through social media. So it's like it's really trippy. And I happen to, you know, I'm starring in it, you know, one of the stars. We got a few cats. Shout out to Matt Webb, dope R&B artist out of New Brunswick.
Brunswick?
Yeah, you know, and we like, you know, just we're trying to figure out what's going on. It isn't until my love interest in the movie gets caught into this dream reality that I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? So I'm trying to like figure it out, and then, you know, it turns it's a dope film. It's a short film, about 25 minutes, you know, so it's a quick watch. We're gonna have that out on Tubi. You know, everybody like to make fun of Tubi movies, but they
Nah,
watching
that's
them.
yeah.
You
And the
know,
thing about
That is true. Everybody is watching them.
I'm
So
sorry if I could. The thing about Tubi is that a lot of people that look like us are getting content onto that platform, and it's so
facts.
popular. It's so popular that I got it. I got the app. You know what I'm saying?
Me
And
yeah, me
too.
too.
one of my good friends recently texted me and say, "Yo, my movie is on Tubi, and I'm gonna have to
Hmm.
interview him next week." Shout out to my guy Focus.
Hmm. And people do get a dope start like that, man. Like the web series, which I've heard of it before, but my guy Rick the Ruler was just like hipping me to like Money and Violence and how they had their like clash with power. You know how it's like their story was kind of like, you know, overrun by power. Like the series kind of like overshadowed them, so they didn't really get as far as they wanted to. And maybe, you know, paperwork could have played into that too. But the idea of just putting it like you say, put it on wax, you know, like
Hmm.
put it out there, put it out there. You got something that you want to do, you have the ability to do it, like put it out there and see what happens, you know. My
Yeah.
brother told me a long time ago that he admired that I'm not afraid to put shit out, you know, and because people are afraid to put things out, which I don't get, you know, like,
You don't. I'm sorry if I could. You don't understand why somebody would be nervous to like. If I could, if I was to correlate what you just said directly to me,
yeah,
I can put out my beats. I can put out a podcast. I can put out something I directed, but I could never put out a song, bro. I'm not brave enough to ever put my true feelings on that paper and then
mm,
let the world hear them. I could just say it to you, you know what I'm saying?
mm.
But I cannot, for the love of hip hop, I just can't do it for some reason.
And that's okay because maybe you don't feel like you're a rapper, you know. I think if somebody isn't really confident in what they're putting out there is why they wouldn't do that. So maybe that would be like the answer to the question,
Mm,
and it's okay
that's a fact.
because you make phenomenal beats and you're confident in putting that shit out there that you do it, you know. So just because something works for other people, it don't work for everybody. You know, like I said, I wear,
Yeah.
you know, many hats and shit. Some of my early music I can't even listen to because I'm like, I don't even like, you know, I think I'm like so much better now. But the I never stopped or I never let, you know, the lack of su- support from people prevent me from doing it. Because if you do that, you ain't never gonna get anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
So you just continue to put out content and putting if you like what you're doing, you know, just do it. Because there's people that I've heard music that's really, you know, it's not good, you know, but they wasn't scared to put it out there, and I won't be the person to tell them like, yo, this ain't good, you know. I
Mm.
ain't gonna tell them it's good either, but at the same time, like, I commend you for, trying. It's nothing beats a failure but a try, for sure.
Yeah, I could respect that. I'm looking at this. This just looks hilarious. This video.
Yo, this
looks
is hilarious, and I think this one got me in a lot of trouble. Because we making fun of, it's a big thing, right? Everybody do the money phone. Everybody got so much money, but like, I quote you for a music video. It's like, whoa, what you mean?
I was just about to say that.
Like, yo, I just watched your last video, and you had like $100 stacks, and then when it's time now, I'm left on red, or you can't do that, So, and I ain't, making it's more so exposing the fake shit, because that's all I'm about. I'm not talking about
that took
anybody.
A while for me to catch that. Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm not talking about anybody in specific, because all my artists are great. They respect what I do, and I respect what they do.
Money on his head, bro.
Yo, he said like, yo, I ain't got it.
That shit is crazy.
He said, yo, I ain't got it. And so this is Lambito Wild, the comedian that I was talking about out of Irvington. And this is a rapper. This is a character that he plays, the rapper slapper. He like, yo, he's hilarious, yo. He plays like so many characters. Slapper. Yo, he be on his Dave Chappelle. Like, yo, he's like hilarious. Like, if you actually go to one of those playlists, I got a playlist of nothing but his content on there. We up to 9 skits, and he got a bunch of different ones. Can you go down to he got the rapper slappers up there, but Road Rage was a really funny one.
You said Road Rage?
Yeah, I think it's at the bottom. Yeah, that Road Rage. We did this on the green screen.
Oh, this one is unlisted.
Studies have shown that it's the leading cause of death next to Dickie.
All right, bro. See where he going.
With over 440 deaths last year. We're all familiar with the rage on the road, but here's a situation that you don't want to be in.
You're really taking my son across country? I'm not letting you take my son nowhere. I'm not letting you take my son to California. It's already hard for me to see him as it is. You need a reason. I got 10 reasons why you're not taking my son to California. Keep playing with me. Alright, play with me, bitch. Hello? Hello? Fuck! Hate this bitch!
Fucking judge had me in court for hours. Like to leave. What the police at? The police? Like to leave. Oh, that's my exit.
No. You're not getting in here, buddy. Wait around like everybody else.
Yo, niggas do this shit too.
Yeah, asshole.
I got you. Say less.
Fuck you too.
They go that bitch ass right there.
Shit. No. Remember me, asshole? That's the same motherfucker from earlier. You think it's fucking playing? Hey, asshole! Fuck you!
Oh shit!
Shit, quick. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's
shout out to
Lambito.
Lambito.
Comedian.
Yeah, I'm gonna check his shit out later.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Where is he from again?
Irvington.
Stand up. Shout out to Jersey, man.
Yeah,
Damn,
Jersey is really
talented.
talented.
So many artists today. We got put up on so much shit.
Yeah, bro. And that's what it's all like. I said, that's what the platform is about. Like it's way bigger than me. I do happen to be like a big brain behind the scenes, but it's all about putting helping these artists get to the next level, with content that supports the dope stuff that they putting out. You know, because if that was just a cell phone skit, you know, it doesn't resonate as well. You know, like
It
how
does.
people do
Okay.
on Instagram. You know, so it's like put a little bit more into your production. And now all of the videos that I have on this platform, most of them obviously are unlisted because they're out on their individual YouTube channels, but they're doing real
Respectfully.
good on their YouTube channels. Like Lambito got skits that's up to like 10K views, you know, so and that counts.
Absolutely does, brother.
Mhm.
I want to get maybe one more in before we wrap up or whatever. We got Deuce Uplift to Mixie. Is this one that you would recommend we close out with right here?
If y'all
Or
looking to
would you rather
close
close
out,
out with
right?
some?
If y'all looking to close out, right? The if you go back to that playlist that I sent you,
Oh, okay. 1 second. The secret playlist.
the secret playlist.
Yeah, hold up. Let me see. All right, click
Yeah, we
here.
been
This
locked
is
in. How
it.
long y'all usually stream for?
Like an hour, hour and a half. This is
Oh.
2 hours right now. So yeah, we're gonna get one more. Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm
Oh, we
long
had
with it. Can
2
you scroll
hours.
down a little bit?
I still got unanswered questions and shit.
Yeah, we got.
Um,
Yeah, we do. We could just do the questions too. Honestly, like if you got some questions, we could
word.
do like two
Yeah,
more minutes
we
of
could do
questions.
that.
Well,
We could just knock out the questions. Because like I said,
well,
I'll be here all day. Like I really love these visuals, you know. Not just these ones in this playlist, but I love doing the visuals, and I could go for hours playing stuff that I did for other people and not even my own, you know. So
Yeah,
um but
that was real
we
dope
could
though.
continue with the questions.
so you already detailed your first short film for us. Now you have another one in plans. Is it have you started the script writing process, or you just have like a rough idea?
So I have some dope content coming out soon with my guy Reek the Ruler. We're working on something. Excuse me. Can't really touch into too much of what it is, but it's based around more of like film, you know, and not just music too, but it's more like filmed content, you know. So and it's going to be coming in abundance, you know. So that, you know, we are working on that. Aside um aside from that, I'm really heavy into like this whole interview, like just sharing knowledge, right? So I'm working on a series. Well, I do tutorials too. I do like a lot of my music videos. You'll see online. I have tutorials for how I did them. You know, breaking down how to shoot it, how to set up the set. You know, so I don't have a problem sharing gems. But another secret trait about me is I'm a beast in the kitchen. You know, so I got
Hey.
some recipes. Speaking of recipe, I got some recipe content that's coming out. You know, some content, short content of how to make some of the meals that I do. I'm a pit master. I really go crazy on the grill.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
so I got a lot of, you know, original recipes that's, you know, dropping in like a series format um, for people to, you know, quick meals that people can make, longer meals, and you know, healthy lifestyle tips, type of stuff. So that's all coming soon, um, and that's really it. I'm pretty sure there's more, but it's all written down somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm off top right now.
I actually got a question,
Go
brother,
ahead.
if I could. So is your studio set up? Is your studio podcast ready? I would say.
Um, at the moment, so as I told you earlier, we're in the process of
Yeah.
relocating.
Yeah.
So with the relocation, I'm going to be opening up the doors to like doing sound engineering and more services than I was able to offer before. So with that is comes finding the right space, you know. So I have a few spaces that I'm looking at in Piscataway, South Plainfield area that's more industrial, that allows for more versatile setups, you know, because just as I was showing you a lot of videos, right? I could show you like 20 different sets that I did in a small 600 square foot space, that would be like, yo, you did not shoot all of these videos in this one little space, right?
Wow,
So
you that
with
wow.
that, the spaces that I'm looking for will allow me to create more of the movie sets, like big movie sets, that just bigger space, higher ceilings, um, different kind of walls, that's so as far as the pod, like the space, like I need versatility in anywhere that I settle down, because I'm not one dimensional with it, like I would want multiple kinds of podcast setups, whether your podcast is like sitting around a table with mics, or if your style is more of like a candid interview style, so the new space is going to be very, very versatile, and it's going to be um open to the public sooner than later.
I'm definitely trying to pull up and see what's good
Absolutely,
and see
man.
what
We're
we
gonna be
could get
having,
going.
we're gonna be having events and all kinds of stuff. I'm not a event person, but like more so geared towards gaining people fans and crowd, like let's say community engagement. I'm big on that. I don't look to make people into supporters just because they know me. I want people to
Yeah.
support because they genuinely love what's going on. And what better way to get people
Facts.
tapped in is by making yourself available to the public.
True. True shit.
Well said. Well said, brother.
You mentioned something about looking for a space that had like as far as like big sets for films. So my question is, and I don't know if you've answered this already. Do you have any plans to actually make a feature?
Feature film, yes. I actually have a feature film script written. Um, I don't, it's literally just on paper, and so that's not even an infant. That's like an embryo. I don't even
Okay.
want to like elaborate on that, but it's like it's really well written out. Now that one is a comedy. I would say a dark comedy. It's really funny, but it plays on all of the characters are loosely based on my actual family members, but like exaggerated to the fullest, and that's going to take some time. I'm not looking to shoot that anytime soon, actually, just because of what it would require, unless everything like really blows up and then, we got a big budget available to us in the next few months, which, God bless. But at the moment, that's going to require a lot more resources than I have readily available right now. But just because you don't have the resources to do it doesn't mean that you shouldn't put the structure together, right?
Facts.
Like what did J. Cole said? If you don't dream too big, then whatever, however he said it, like it's just like, yo, if you got a dream and you're not dreaming bigger than what people tell you could do, like you're not really dreaming. You dreaming within the context of what other people think you can do. So the idea of this movie is like it requires a cross country trip. So we would have to shoot in multiple states, including New Jersey and multiple places like Philadelphia and like Pittsburgh, going all the way to Ohio. So the movie is like based on a trip from New Jersey to Ohio, so, and that requires, a big budget because that's multiple sets in multiple states. But it's doable and it's gonna get done. And when it's done, people are gonna love that, because I laughed just looking at the script, like, oh wow, like, it's doable. But even like the movie, the What Time Is It movie, that's like the pilot. That's going to be a series. Like this is probably what time is it film is probably like what Michael Myers was before they actually shot the film. Like just like a dope concept idea. Matter of fact, even better, right? You know the show Bel Air.
Yeah.
Right? Did you ever see like the short pilot that they had?
I did.
That?
And Will saw it, and then that's how it became
Yeah,
an actual thing.
So that's what I see this film as being. Like my character that I have in the film being a franchise, you know. So it's just the first adaptation, a short film that's 20 minutes, but the debut, I'd like to actually be a feature film, you know. So just putting stuff, putting it down and getting it into production will lead to the feature film. So, but yes, I definitely would love to direct a feature film, and it's coming. It's coming.
Okay. Listen, I know exactly what you're talking about because I'm on that side right now. Matter of fact, I got I actually know somebody who works in who's out in LA. They're a film producer, and the guy was telling me like, listen, man, I was just telling him stories about my my love life, and he was like, bro, he said, you need to turn this into a series or whatever. He was like, this shit sounds funny as hell. I said, it's not funny to me. It's funny to y'all, but this shit's not funny to me. It's my real life, nigga. But,
isn't that what artists do though?
Yeah, but nah. Like that. I mean, I did like a rough draft of like a pilot episode, and they were like, yeah, that is pretty funny. But I kind of was leaning more to trying to do like a feature. Like me personally, I'm really big into horror films, and I know that we don't have there's not a lot of urban horror films, and the ones we see are kind of like hokey or they're like whatever. Like we've had a few of them that were like legit scary, like Candyman, but.
Gotta go back and revisit that as an adult. Candyman.
Oh yeah, remember we had the convo Candyman, Tales from the Hood. It had parts that were like kind of whatever, but David Allen Greer was like legit, like fucking terrifying as the step pops and shit, like beating the shit out of his wife and shit. But besides that, I don't know. I don't think we really had anything that was seen as like, oh, that's legitimately good until like Jordan Peele started doing his film. So I had an idea, which I don't know why I haven't seen this idea before, and I'm gonna say it now. So when one of y'all motherfuckers try to steal my shit, we're gonna have the episode like, yeah, we was all talking about it, so we know where it came from. So
got the receipts.
Exactly. Like I'm very big on slashers. So like like you mentioned Michael Myers, fucking that whole genre. But to me, one of my favorites has always been Scream, and I was like, Scream is dope, right? But I was like, yo, what if there was like, Scream is dope not because of just the slasher aspect, but the mystery of who is the killer. You're always trying to figure out who is the killer. So I was like, how would I do that in an urban environment? I said, so first of all, it wouldn't be in the suburbs, and I was like, so I will put it in the hood, right? But I'm just like, all right, but just not any hood, because
what hood, bro?
No, because I mean, but like this, you could put it in any hood, but it's a specific environment that invokes terror. If that situation was to happen, if you're in a project complex, it's almost like a fucking maze. You know what I mean? So, and instead of having somebody running around with a knife, you have a motherfucker running around with a gun and shit. You know what I mean? So it changed the dynamic. And guns in film have never been seen as scary. So
I never. Okay, all right. I'm walking with you.
It's true, because you got to think about it, like since the cowboy days, it's always like, oh, you always see the gun, war films, action films. When you see a gun, you think of action. You don't think of horror. So I'm like, but in real life, if a motherfucker pull a gun on you, it's not like, oh, it's a motherfucker, you gonna be shut, because the motherfucker, like, yo, it takes like less than, I don't know, like like the percentage of pressure it takes to pull a trigger is like nothing. A fucking kid can kill you with a gun.
Right.
So it's like, how do you make a gun scary? You know what I mean? And that,
Well, how do you do it?
It's listen. I don't want to get into that because motherfuckers gonna steal my shit. But
you're gonna have to let me know, brother. You're gonna have to let me know. We can come up with some sort of film. That'd be fire. Like some old 116 shit. Because when you said projects, I'm thinking, nigga with a gun in 116. But how can you make the gun scary? And how can you make this gun scarier than all the other fucking guns that everybody got, bro? Like what's up with this gun, bro? Like, I don't know.
No, I mean it's just a regular gun. I always say a revolver is scarier than an automatic, than a semi-automatic, just because of by nature the way it looks. It has more of a like an old timey feel. Like 9mm is not that scary on film. Because you got to think about the Son of Sam, the 45 killer. You know what I mean? But so the film takes place within a project complex, and there are murders that are occurring, and the murderer is wearing like the shiesty mask because everybody wears it. So it's kind of hard for you to be like, oh, what the fuck was this guy wearing? The shiesty poo shiesty. Everybody got that shit on. So now it's like, you really don't know who the killer is. So the whole film, people are passing away. You know what I mean? So the way I constructed it is a little different than most like whodunit films. You would think that the person who is you have like a central main character that you would follow, and then try to figure out like, oh, who's the killer. But every time, like, so the story will follow one person in the beginning of the film. So you think this is the main character. You meet all the other group of friends, and then that person dies, and then it will go follow the next person.
So
and
you
then
know
that
what was
person
shot
dies.
like that?
So
you ever
would
seen
never.
Black Summer? You ever seen Black
Yes.
Summer?
Yes.
Yeah, you talk about the Netflix joint, right?
Yeah, I think that Black Summer was shot in that fashion. It was very interesting. As soon as you start to get attached to a character, they kill them off.
They actually did that in the Terrifier too. I don't know if it was the first one or the second one.
Is absolutely disgusting. They go crazy in that.
Yeah.
Hold up, look. I don't want to get too far off. Let's close out with John.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's close out with John. You know what I'm saying? Let's give him his due diligence. We had him for 2 hours and 26 minutes and 42 seconds. So,
Yeah, I appreciate it though. This definitely been a pleasure. I appreciate you guys for having me on the platform. Getting it
no doubt, man.
Yeah, and for everyone, you want to let the people know where they can find you, or drop some information.
So you can follow me at Plenty Skills on Instagram. John Juan on Facebook. You can follow the platform at Usual Politics on Instagram, at Usual Politics on Facebook. You can follow the brand P.A.U. Studios. P.A.U. Studios LLC on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the YouTube platform, P.A.U. Studios LLC. You can tap in the book, PAUstudios.com. You can support the merch, PAUshop.com. Not even the merch, the clothing line. You can feel a part of that. You can really tap in and get your own. This shit is fly. It's fly and it's good quality stuff. Real good
I'm
quality
definitely getting the
hats.
hat, man.
I'm
definitely getting the hat. Definitely getting the hoodie, man.
And it's subtle. Like the brands. It's not obnoxious branding or it's like big ass logo because you think somebody don't know who it is. Like no,
I hate that
it's
shit.
like it's real good branding. If you like to rock that, you want a polo hat, nah, bro, get you a PAU dad hat. You know what I mean? That joint is fly. We got Scully's, so really like lock in and just got a bunch of dope artists when you go to the YouTube channel that you can lock in with from all over the map, all different genres. We got pop, we got some soft rock, we got a lot of hip hop, so it's really dope content. If you want to learn how to make videos, I got tutorials up there, people to lock in on, we giving like trade secrets on how to do different things. So it's something for everybody on the platform.
Hey, if I could, not to cut your wisdom, but damn, I feel like I learned so much about you, brother. And we got a different type of connection, man. I'm gonna definitely
For sure.
tap in with you, man. I'm honored, brother.
So I appreciate that. It's like when and that's why it's important to hop on different platforms and or engage in what you do. Because if you don't talk about it, people ain't gonna know about it.
hmm
For sure. So I hope people was really locked in and enjoyed the interview. Like I said, I appreciate you guys for having me. I'm about to go smoke some of this KY jealousy and some Girl Scout cookies.
KY jealousy,
Jealousy.
you heard?
You know what I mean? And we got a dispensary now in Plainfield. That's
Oh
servicing all of
yeah, I
the
heard about it. I heard
servicing
about it.
all of the surroundings. So it's a lot going on in
It's
Plainfield,
lit. Yeah,
man.
Is
it
that the
is a
one
lot
downtown?
going on. hmm
Nah, it's over on South Avenue, Queen City Dispensary.
Yeah.
That's a free
Those on
plug. That's
South
a free
Ave?
plug for them. But I mean, it's something dope that's
Nah,
going on in my
nah. They need
city.
to hook you up. They need to hook you up with a pound, bro. They need to hook you up, bro.
Word, word.
I mean, I
Yeah,
got one, but I
yeah.
who couldn't use some more? You know what I
Yeah, but
mean?
yeah,
For sure.
the accessibility of weed has definitely increased over the recent years. It's very easy to acquire nowadays. It's right. You go to the bodega and they got it. It's right
Yeah,
there.
seriously. When they was just locking brothers up for that like 3 years ago.
I know,
And that's
crazy.
crazy, yo. And I look
Pretty
back at
crazy.
my past history and some of the things that I was doing back then, and like, man, cats got it easy now. If you started like trapping 4 years ago and
I
you
don't want to hear
survived
nothing
that
from
one
you.
year selling tree and then it got legalized, you're in a good spot. I'm
Yeah,
sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people hung up their jersey before it was legalized. You know
yo,
what I'm
for real,
saying?
bro.
It was
Every
out
year
here
they kept
moving.
saying, "Yo, it's gonna be legal." I'm like,
Mm.
ah, man, I don't know.
I got a really good closeout question for you, right? So
Okay.
if it was one thing, well, not well, yeah, if it was one thing that you could tell to that one teenager coming up out of high school, senior year, not
Mhm.
going to college, right? Don't really know what they want to get into, that can look at this video and see that you made your own brand, got your own LLC, you're directing, you got content, you getting your subscribers up. It looks authentic, it looks organic, the clothing looks good, it doesn't look crazy, nothing looks fabricated or overzealous. Everything is modest. Like even the women on the website, like you didn't have to take the route that our people usually would consider the easy route, I would say. It's
Yeah.
easy to make a little G string and put a little PAU on it and it's gonna pop. You know what
Seriously.
I'm saying? But
Yeah.
if there was one thing that you could say to that kid coming up out of Plainfield High School or any high school across the nation that looks like us that may not know what to do, where to go after high school, is there anything that you could tell them, to the youth? Anything that you could tell the youth?
I would just tell them be you. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is that you love to do it. In high school, I say I really loved hooping, right? If I could go back to then, I would have just been a full-time hooper. I only worked a job. I had a job. My first job was at Pizza Hut. I only started working because I wanted to make money to buy clothes and shit and do things that really I ain't even wasn't even important. So if you love doing something, whether it's a sport, or you into like film or something like that, yo, do it. Do it. Put your 10,000 hours in. Um, Fuck what everybody else is doing because everybody else is. That's not what your focus should be. Lock in with like-minded individuals if possible, and just really just do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, and can't nobody tell you that you're doing it wrong. So
Especially
I
if
would
they're
just
not
say
doing
like,
it at all.
yeah, I would just say that it's just be you, do what you love to do what doesn't feel like a job. If it's something that you feel like you can make a career out of, do it. Do it for the career, not for the money either. Because trust me, it ain't no money in shooting music videos.
Mm.
At this level, it's more headache. But you focus in on it, it opens doors, you know. And that's the best advice I could give is just be you and do what feels right. You know, you got a gut that has, you know, instinct, you know, so use it and stay healthy, you know, because it's a lot of, you know, distractions out there in form of like people, diet, you know, a lot of things like, you know, drugs, you know, stay focused and just do what you love to do and you'll be all right.
Word. That was heavy. Be yourself
So,
is something I absolutely wish somebody would have told me coming up out of high school. I wish I just wouldn't had that type of information coming up out of high school. Mike
yeah,
Morg, is there
it's
anything you want to say, brother?
I
Yeah,
just my bad. I just wanted to add to that too. There's so many distractions that are out there that you're not even aware of, right? When
Mm,
we talked about earlier, like the payola and like brands saying like, okay, yo, you mentioned my name in your song, and we'll give you a pack. You know, we'll give that to you. And people like mentioning all of these brands, you know, like even like Jordans, for example. Jordans is just so like fixed into the brand, you know, like
yeah.
into the culture that it's not. They probably don't have to do like payola to do that, you know. But it's more like for the vultures, people that aren't the European brands, the designer brands that aren't there. Like you 17 years old, you don't need a Louis Vuitton shirt. You don't need a Gucci shirt. You know, like you
Mm,
need to be wearing uh whatever is like age appropriate, you know. So
yeah.
don't be distracted by what people are telling you or what you'll hear through music or what you'll hear through the culture is what you need to have obtained. Like you need to have all of this money or you need to have this chick that looks certain thing like this. You hear like a lot of the music, people don't even the type of women that they mention in the music aren't even real women. Like, well, they're real women, but it's like, oh, my chick foreign, my chick this. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't never heard. I don't, you know, like I hear some of the guys that I listen to will talk about, you know, a black woman in a nice manner, but like most of it is more like, yo, oh, my chick foreign, Guatemalan, my chick half this. Like, you know, it's like y'all listening to images of chicks that don't even really exist, you know,
Mm,
like on like the normal level, you know, like your whole perception of what you want out of things isn't real, you know, like
mm,
it's not, it's fabricated, you know. So lock in with what you really like. Don't let people tell you like, oh, that's not cool. Like shit, you like to rock Sean John. Don't let somebody tease you because this that wasn't this. Like, yo, for real.
yeah, yeah, I'm with
Like
you.
people are
it's
it's a
weird, man.
mean world out here. But if you confident in yourself and you yourself, yo, you're gonna be great, man. So fuck the distractions, be you. You know, my bad for cutting you off, Mike, but I just
Nah,
had
nah,
to do
nah.
that.
I was just saying it's weird when grown men talk about what somebody else got on. Like, oh, you're wearing this. It's like, shut up, nigga. You sound stupid. Like you really care what another nigga got on and shit. What is that? Yo, what does the clothes, the brand that I got on, matter to you? Yo, that shit
Unless
whack.
it's your own brand, you heard. Unless it's that new
Yeah,
keep it on wax, you
but
heard.
but
Hey, I need
Heard.
one of those.
but the thing is.
Hey, we gonna
I
make
need
it
that.
happen. You already know.
The thing is,
Yeah,
it's never about
absolutely.
the look of the clothes, the comfortability. It's like, oh, you got that on? My shit costs way more than that. Why do you care? Like, okay, you just spent. Here's the technology. You just spent 300 times the price of the shirt that I have on when they were both made in the same factory by the same little Vietnamese girl.
I remember when
Like,
I
you
learned
look
about
crazy
that
as
shit.
hell, boy. Like,
Mhm. If they paid that, because now
yeah,
niggas be rocking
exactly.
fake shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of knockoff, you know, so I don't even, there ain't no value to me in the designer
Mm,
brands because there's so much
Yeah,
knockoff. You don't know who stuff is real. And it's to the point where nobody even care. You walk around in a
exactly.
V-Lone shirt, nobody's going to comment like, yo, that's the toughest V-Lone shirt I've ever seen. But yo, I
yeah.
pull up in that Keep It On Wax. They like, oh, what's that?
What is
What
that?
You
is
Yeah.
like, oh
that?
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, you know. So, you know, figure out what you want out of life, you know, and don't let it be what entertainment is telling you it should be, you know, because 9 times out of 10 that shit is wrong.
Yeah, that's facts. Actually, this is my last question that I have for John. Since we ventured into the film realm,
all right.
I want to ask him what is his top 5. So we already asked him what his top 5 MCs are. What is his top 5 films? Or if you want to do, what are your top 5? Yeah, what are your top 5 films? Or if you want to do, who are your top 5 directors?
Could we add like shows to that?
I was gonna say films and include shows,
you
so
want
it
to do
gives you a
shows?
wider spectrum.
Yeah, because I like some films, but I'm an avid like TV show. Like I'm a what do they call it? I'm a
the series.
binge watcher. Like I love a good show. You know what I mean?
Let's do your top 5 shows, your top 5 series.
My top 5 series, right?
Ooh.
In no particular order, unless you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
In no particular order, just thinking of shows that I really, really enjoy watching and I'll watch over and over again, or movies. I got to put The Office in there. I feel like The Office, I'm an Office fanatic, you know what I mean? And I think they caught that. They really caught that, right? I really like, man.
Do top 3 then.
I think the Power series is amazing. I think what they were able to do with that and branching off into different like series and doing that.
Bro, I'm still on season 6 or whatever season Ghost was about to die. I'm like, yo, I didn't even pass that yet. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to milk it out. And I was watching it when it was on. I was like, nah, I can't, bro.
It's just like that stuff is, you know, this is really good content. It really is, you know. I'm a big zombie. We were talking about like it was no like black slasher films. I want to see a black zombie joint. Like I might even like be the one that directed like urban style zombie flick. I love zombies. Like I something about it. I would put Walking Dead in there.
Walking Dead, yeah.
But honestly, after a certain season, like the season where they introduced Negan, they lost me. You know what I mean? Just because
after that.
I can't.
Niggas love Negan too.
They was killing, like they was just doing, like it was stressful. It was really stressful.
Yeah, all the favorite characters was out of there.
Watching how they was doing Rick in the group, I'm like, I can't take it. I cannot watch it. I couldn't.
Oh, it was that real.
Yo, no, they are not accepting this guy, treating him like this. So I really stopped after that season and then picked up like afterwards. But
yeah, I'm gonna tell you some shit. I stopped after Glenn died, right? Originally. And then motherfuckers like, yo, yeah, that's crazy. Glenn died. I said, what the fuck are y'all talking about? He been died. They were like, nah, he ain't died. They was like, hold on, that was a fake out. I said, get the fuck out.
52 fake out. You know, and I really like watching. I watch basketball. I'm really like heavy into watching the NBA. I got League Pass, so I don't miss a game. I never, especially not a Heat game. You know, and surrounding that, I watch a lot of podcasts. You know, I like NBA podcasts. I watch JBP. You know,
everybody.
You know,
do you watch the Cam and Mace joint?
No. Yeah, I do. It is what it is. I tap into that. I watch all of it like really selectively. Like I also think that podcast is at its peak because of the writers and actors strike. You know, with nothing new coming out, new, and I don't think people even realized it, how big podcasts got since that stream. Since the strike, because if it's no new content coming out, the only content that's coming out is podcasts. So it was really, if you've been doing a podcast like the last year or so, like you probably seen astronomical numbers than you have before. And I'm sure like, you know, a lot of, you know, like Cam and Mace and JBP could attest to that. You know, even Matt Hoffa, like you know, bigger numbers right now, Deep Vlad, like way bigger numbers now than when there was no strike, you know. So Definitely a good time to like get into that or be doing that. But films, those are some like films that I like. I just recently watched Ma.
Oh shit! Yeah, I seen that too.
Yo,
that shit was ridiculous.
Wow.
What's it called?
Ma,
Ma
with Octavia Spencer.
Yo. And I had to I read up on it. She's like, she just wanted to play a different role. And like, Miss, you nailed it. Like, you nailed it. Like, you wanted to play something different. That's a role that I've never seen anybody like lock in on. Favorite actors, I'd have to say Will Smith is probably like one of my favorite actors of all time. Super crazy versatility, in the wider range of like roles that brother played.
Yeah, he does like a really great job of like acting like he's not pissed the hell off at Jada. So he is a great actor.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, did you see Emancipation?
No, I didn't see that.
All right. I'm put like this. I'm not big on slave movies because I've seen them all. But it's not. It's a different. It's not really a slave movie. It's more like slavery. I guess is where the movie begins, and then it becomes like a little adventure film. Like I thought it was just gonna be like 2 hours of him just getting his ass whooped.
It's called Emancipation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
based on a true
start
story.
getting into these movie
like trailer
reviews
for that.
Yeah, it's based on a true story. You've probably seen a postcard. The guy, like, if you ever see that picture, it's the slave and his back just has like all these lashes on it. Like,
Yeah, I've definitely seen that. I struggle watching like, movies where like people just being like tortured and shit like that. Like, man, I'm fourth generation Gullah Geechee, and that's family that has heavy slave roots from the South. So my great grandmother was a slave. So I still feel that trauma, and
yeah.
When I see that portrayed in films, people just being tortured, I can't watch it. Like, what was that movie
It's hard
about?
for me to watch too, brother, because I know that there's somebody else profiting off of it, even though it's just
Exactly.
I just know what's really happening here.
I don't feel like it's black directors doing that shit either. So I can't.
I'll tell you this: some motherfuckers just like to get that. When those slave movies come out, the motherfuckers get the Oscar ASAP. That way, Guilt be like, "Oh my god!"
Did you see
a whole nother
Django?
John.
Did you see Django? Like,
yeah,
I've
seen it in the theater.
I've
seen it in the theater.
That's I'm just saying, just how the other people look at it. Like, it's the greatest movie ever. It's like, no, it really wasn't. Like it's a slave. But obviously, we got our lick back in the end. But
my boy just got a job. He the only brother on site. One of the first questions they asked him was if he saw Django, bro. Like the first time the manager got him on a one-on-one, so you saw Django? Like, oh my God, Mike went. Where'd you go, brother?
Stop it. I seen that shit in the theater with my brother. We were the only motherfuckers laughing in the theater. So we were in the middle of the theater. The top like 4 or 5 rows was like all white people, and they were like, we saw it midday, so they were like older and shit. And we're dying. Yo, these motherfuckers ain't saying nothing. They was scared to fucking laugh. The motherfuckers like, yo, them niggas gonna beat our ass.
Yeah, don't laugh at that part,
Yeah, with Sam
but
Jackson
we coming up
on
on 3 hours, my niggas. This has been a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? This has been amazing.
Maybe we'll have to get like a part 2 in sometime. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm around. You know what I mean? I ain't,
bro,
so
absolutely.
Once I get some of these projects that we talked about out, I love to come back and like promote some more and really like continue to lock in. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. That song inspired too. That song inspired too.
Oh,
this list of guys, these faces I see here, you know what I mean? Like, that's definitely some of the greatest, LeBron, I think, is getting his due respect, but you know what I mean, they need to put a little bit more respect on Curry name too, because
He changed the game, man. He really did change the game.
Oh yeah, well, yo, this is Keep It On Wax, episode 6. We're gonna close out with Mike Morgan Shooter. This has been a great episode featuring John Juan of Politics as Usual Studios. Let me pull it up one more time.
Yes, sir.
Go cop you some merch, man.
Cop some merch. It's here. It's official.
Mm-hmm.
Before it's all gone.
Yeah. We got flavor. Right. We got every flavor, you know.
.com/chaotic flame.
I'm a shooter, Curry in his prime. If you push me to the line, I'ma do it every time. I'm a shooter, I'm a shooter, I'm a shooter, I'm a shooter, baby. Going up like 23, couple seconds on the clock, then you know it is gonna be. I'm a shooter, I'm a shooter, I'm a shooter, I'm a shooter, baby. Steve Kerr with the words, watch me shoot my shot with a group of thoughts. I am not getting curved, it's a slam dunk with every rhyme. Watch him hang on every line, y'all still fucking the same bitches, but dog, ain't never mind. Oops, never mind, I peeped it. How the hell is y'all beefing over a woman that's not even decent? Guess that'll be y'all little secret. Told you she a homebody, but she hanging with the homies every weekend. She a gizzy gobbling, social swallowing, demon, posing as vegan, and you believed it. But trust dog, we all been there for some reason. Take time out for recovery, then rebound next season. Me, I'm up on the scene, spotted a dime of 5 friends playing defense. Hit the first with the sham guard, then my wingman ran the screen on 3 of them now. 1-on-1 with her bestie, I'm buying drinks, she ain't impressed. Everything that I thought contested, with the pressure gon' bring out the bestie. She getting messy, can't handle her liquor, we leave it into the telly. I'm up in her belly, I loaded the condom, I throw it into the trash, screaming Kobe. I'm a shooter, Curry in his prime. If you push me to the line, I'ma do it every time. I'm a shooter, I'm a shooter, I'm a shooter.